What is happening? And welcome to your Thursday Night Delight. I, of course, am one of your hosts around here, Sean the Right Way. And joining me, as always, rocking that beanie for the 532nd episode, we're talking about Brent. Brent's Bricks.
That's what my sig fig looks like in the box of Bois set, so I gotta throw it on.
For the brand.
I need another gray beanie at this point.
There you go. And tonight we had to bring in a SME. What's a SME? Well, that's a subject matter expert. We brought in a ringer for the Lord of the Rings set. We're going to cover it all tonight in all its juicy detail. I know very little. Brent knows a decent amount, but this guy, he rides for this thing. We're talking about Cody, a.k.a. Stud Mage.
What's up?
All that and all the usual hijinks, fun, and dare I say shenanigans right here on A Couple of Brickhead.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like a couple machine gun yes, like yeah.
Yeah.
It is A Couple of Brickheads coming to you live Thursday, May 16th, boys. Less than 1 month to go for Brick World in Chicago.
Man.
The planning is emotional. It's hot and heavy. There are so many shenanigans going on behind the scenes that are going to manifest live in Schaumburg here in just a couple of weeks. I'm stoked to be a part of it. Brent's stoked to be a part of it. Cody's stoked to be a part of it. Everybody's excited about this thing, and the hype, Brent, is just like, we kind of have our hand on the, on the pedal here or whatever. We're just going to continue to push forward into light speed. You know what I mean? It's like,
oh yeah,
it's going to be insane.
Maybe I'll finally post a vlog from last year's Brick World.
I mean, it is the anniversary of your last vlog.
Hurry up and get them out.
So, real quick before we get rolling, some of you guys actually saw this. If you guys are not on the Discord, by the way, Cody, this thing in the last 2 weeks, and huge shout out to CPA for whipping it and whipping me into shape and making it what I think it has the potential to be. And it's already great. I can imagine what's going to happen in time, but man, what a fun ride. It really has become an extension of the show all week long. You guys can hang with the boys. We're all in there posting, continuously arguing about Star Wars ranking, whatever it is you want to do.
I know we have so many like subcategories of our Discord now. It's like there's a movies one and then
we ended up turning into movies talk / Star Wars debate. Like that
should have named the movie one Brent likes movies. Like when we were talking about the Jaws set, and I was like, I like movies.
We should do like movies Brent likes. You give like recos, like Brent's Corner. That's the thing. This thing can go wherever it goes. It's awesome. But one thing we did show off is Cody was kind enough to send me the Box of Boys box, which I'm on Blur Vision. Do you have one? I've got
one here.
Okay, here. Let's get you going right here.
Oh man.
Dude. And you guys are seeing, what you're seeing is that sweet gloss. Now it is reflecting, but we assure you
on the screen.
Yeah, we assure you in hand, it is juicy. It is crisp as crisp can be. It is a thick boy.
Yeah, it's not that thin cardstock, like the ones we're used to that you get them and they're all dented in.
Why don't you give that a little? Why don't you give that a little push and show them on the real box, Cody?
The difference here. You got the box here, and you're worried about that in shipment, but this one here, it's solid, man.
And size wise, they're the exact same. We just made ours of a higher quality. He can show you. Boom! Look at that, 1 to friggin' 1, guys. This is the deal. And
now show off the sides though.
Yeah, show off some of the details on the panels, dude. You got your boys.
Look at that box art on the side box art. There. We are not slimping on the. Look at that.
Oh, that is just legendary. Side. Yeah, that's awesome.
Double side box art on this thing.
Show the bottom too. There's a little Easter egg on the bottom too.
Yeah, I can show you the bottom. I'll hide the top from you there, but
yeah,
can't show all all the Easter eggs. But
you see that extra QR, Brent, with the box of boys down there?
Yeah.
The little
Yeah.
mark? Yeah. So
it's sick, man. It's coming together.
You got a big stack of boys behind you. Look at that.
I got a stack back there.
Look, why does he have more sets than us, Brett?
Dude.
And then you've got some parts you want to maybe show us some of your parts.
It's all, like I said, it's all coming together. We got bag 2's complete.
Numbered bags, boys. Let's
go.
Oh, we got that M&R tile poking out too. This is sick.
In there.
All right, so we'll save some for the surprise, but we wanted to show you. Not that any of you guys ever had any doubt or questioned it, but it is very much in progress, and it looks like we are going to be able to hit our target date for Brick World. We're feeling good. Thank you for the update, Cody. Thanks for all your grinding on that. It's truly amazing. I'm just like, I still can't freaking believe it.
Yeah, I can't wait, man.
The Girth Gang has arrived. The pre-play was off the charts tonight. I was kind of looking in there, and there were people gathering, a couple hours before, an hour before. And I love that you guys are able to just party till the show starts. But right off the rip, Brent, we got a super. I'm gonna cue something up now. Nimble Saucepan left a pre-play super, which Brent, I mean, that's one of the best kinds of supers you can get, no doubt. And he ended up DMing me. He's like, "No, I forgot to post what super he wanted for his."
Oh, that's awesome. He followed up and let you know.
He did a follow-up DM, and he's like, "Man, I got caught slipping. I didn't put in what super I wanted. I'll give you one guess which one he wants, Brent."
CWP?
You know it, but go ahead and read that super, and we'll send one out to Nimble.
Shout out to Nimble Saucepan with the $4.99. Big fan of the show. Hopefully catch one live soon. So I'm assuming maybe. Oh yeah, UK. Big up the UK boys. Keep up the good work, fellas. And shout out to Brent's cat. Hey, thank you so much for the love for Louie. Louie is finally adjusted and he's been adjusted to being back home for a while. Honestly, my other cat, who is the girl cat who didn't get out, she was doing more adjusting. Like when they were beefing for like 3 or 4 days. But everyone's good now. I appreciate the love, Saucepan.
Thank you, Saucepan. This one goes out to you, buddy. It was, in fact, requested GWP.
It's May the 4th. I want those Star Wars sets. I want more sets than Django has fed. Oh, please put a GWP deep inside of me. Oh, please put a GWP
deep inside of me.
Dude.
Oh, man. Huge shout out to Nimble Saucepan for the pre-play. Guys, you might have heard too. I let it leak on the Discord, which again, you get some exclusives over there, Cody. There's some nice exclusives.
You definitely do. You see everything first over there.
Yep. But I didn't completely spill the beans though over there. I did tease there would be a new super this week, and we're gonna debut that in honor of Ostif. Brent, take it away.
Hey, Ostif coming through with that 212 with the weekly countdown reminder of Brick World Chicago. Only 27 more days.
Good God.
I can't believe it. Oh, and he says happy Girth Day, baby.
There you go. Happy Girth Day. And we have got, since he didn't rescue, I know he loves GWP. I mean, he's made it very clear, but we just heard that one. And, he didn't call out what he wanted. So we're going to, in honor of Ostif, we're going to debut a brand new hit single from Acob. It's something. Take a look.
I remember the time when Eddie went freako. When he grew up fast and Batman was his freako. Came out swinging his saber longer than a light pole. I remember, yeah I do. His midi-chlorian shot right through.
That's the time when Annie went freako. You know what I mean? And Cody's got the set right there on
Who
display.
doesn't love the Freako speeder, man?
I mean, he went freako in a lot of ways, Brent. You know what I mean? That's what we're trying to explain. So,
Oh man, that's,
this is one of those ones where it's going to have to grow on you, Brent. But by the third play, I don't know. What do you say, guys? Can we get Brent into this song? Let me see what the Girth Gang's saying about this one. I'm curious what the.
I feel slightly like put off that we're calling Padme a freak hoe.
Well, it rhymes with freako. I didn't have a.
I know, but
I mean,
man, would you call Leia that?
No.
See,
No,
then that's
she's our princess. We would never.
Yeah, and so is Padme. Actually, Anakin, I'm a senator. I'm a senator.
Barge Boy's song is in the Discord. Oh, that's right. So a Lego Head has actually produced his own Barge Boys theme as well. It's in the Discord. Believe set to the tune of Bad Boys. You know, what you gonna do? That thing. So that's in there as well. Huge shout out. Let's see. Dark Helmet. You got an Amperu GWP. Nice. All right. Well, put it in the right place. Very good.
Oh man.
Padme, I know. Everybody's gonna. Here we go.
Yeah, bro. Ultimate respect for Padme, man.
Shout out Wisconsin Dells. Got another super in from Ostif. Ostif, he's saying, "Send me the Linky Poo." It's his new favorite track of when Annie went freako. Do we replay that one, Brent, or do we switch? You know what? We're going to switch it up. We'll keep it fresh.
I think we should switch
it's making
it
you
up.
too nervous. Let's become, quite frankly, a fan fave. It's a fave of one of your faves, too. We'll play it safe. We'll go Droidica.
Yeah. You can run, even really fast. It won't matter when I roll up on your ass. I am metal. I've got my blasters. I'm a badass, roly-poly robot disaster. Droidica, Trade Federation pinball. Droidica, I make all the Jedi pay. Yeah, I keep rolling, bitch.
I mean,
Is
that's
that-
like
So
that's
awesome.
easily a top two song of ours
All right.
so far.
Brent's not feeling Annie yet, but we'll get him there.
Yeah,
Have you listened to it 72 times as instructed? Because I think
I've listened to it a few times. I probably listened to it like 2 or 3 times when I first checked it out.
I thought it was a respectful and kind video. It was all about Annie being a weirdo. He just what happened was, we watched Phantom Menace, and my daughter wanted to see Attack of the Clones, and we finished out the whole trilogy over the weekend after that.
Already, wow,
And
nice.
yeah, we got to it, and I knew he just like out of nowhere like went freako, and it just I don't know popped into my head, the set, the thing, and I just me, once I have it in my head, I'm like I got to get it out somewhere. So there it is.
So, how was your experience watching Attack of the Clones?
It was fine. It really drags.
Would
a
you
lot.
say that it's better than 8 and 9 for sure?
No, it's still my least favorite one. Yeah.
How can Ryan?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Disrespecting Luke be better than
No.
episode
It's my
2?
least favorite of the prequels. I have it above. I have it above.
That makes more sense.
I was
it
about to
above.
say, hang on.
No, sorry. I have it above 8 and 9, but
See,
yeah.
I think there are things in episode 2 that I like a lot that maybe don't get talked about as much as like the Geonosian arena or things like that. But I kind of love like Detective Obi-Wan just like out on his own, just like figuring shit out. And I think the chase sequence with him and Jango Fett is amazing. One of my favorite sounds ever is that seismic charge where you freaking bang.
When they brought that back in Boba Fett or Mando or whatever they brought that sound back for, and it was awesome.
Oh yeah, my ears perked up. I was like, that was it. That was a seismic charge.
Trader saying, Sean, did you care about Life Brick's honest mistake on the GWP for Lord of the Rings? I don't know. What did I miss?
Yeah, I don't know.
No. You give me some more details, Darth. I am not sure what that's referring to, but
Did you just get a statistic wrong in his post?
If it's funny, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Best moments in Star Wars, best sound effects ever. Yeah, again, I mean, I've got it above 8, 9, but it's
I got it above 7 too.
Yeah, well, that's all right. No, 7's definitely was dragged down by 8, 9. I love going back in time, and everybody was like thrilled with Force Awakens, and now everyone's like, no, that sucked too. It's just funny to me.
Got dragged down by what? You can only have a mystery box for so long until we discover the.
When I told you it all rhymes, and then we'll move on. It's like 1 and 2 objectively at the time sucked. 3 was awesome, and then on the other end of the spectrum, 7 was good, and then the other 2 sucked. It's like just a perfect.
Well, and it really is because 3 you end with them dueling on Mustafar, which is arguably the coolest scene in the prequels, and then in the sequels you open with Kylo Ren just destroying that town, which I think was the coolest scene from any of the sequels, with him going off, and then with Finn with the bloody helmet and all that.
Yeah.
So I guess Tyler called it a dragon instead of a fell beast. If I know Tyler, there's a 50% chance that he did that on purpose.
He's probably, he's definitely he's a dragon
there's
fan.
There's a 70% chance that he knew everyone would attack him. So
yeah. No, I agree. Like the other side of the spectrum, but the only thing is like the prequels are just on the better side, because I would rather the best thing come last than first. It's not about how you start.
No, it's about the build.
How you finish.
It's good. It's about the build. You gotta, it's like if you build to a good finale, it's all is forgiven. So, all right, boys, we got couple new sets today as we launch into the Falcon's Nest. But before we do, Brent, they're going strong, 112 to be exact. It's time we shout out the one and only, the legendary Girth Gang, and we're gonna do it by taking the bread out.
Okay.
We're at the lake, Brent. The bread is out.
All
They all start swimming over to you competitively.
Hey guys, how you doing? Kendall, what's going on? Pre-play
Feeding those
gang.
ducks, you know what I mean?
Hey, Cooper, back again. Good to see you. Take a piece. Says yo up in the pre-play gang. Good to see you guys early. Hey, Timmy, what's up? Rolling up? Everyone, I'm just gonna Sean's got in my head everybody's swimming up to you in the lake. Like, oh hey guys, how's it going?
I gotta put you there, Brent.
Shout out to Timmy early in the pre-play gang, coming through with those Acob member emojis. I wish we could see those on StreamYard. Papa Trip coming through, channel member, special shout out with a good morning. He's up at it early. Fabu Brick coming through. Oops. Fabu Brick coming through as well. Good to see you. Shreddy up in here. We got Papa Rex, another channel member. And can I say enough about this legend right here? Padawan HQ saying best trilogy of all time. Wow, talking about Lord of the Rings. Hey, I'll tell you what, it is a damn good trilogy. But yeah, shout out to you all in the pre-play game. I mean, all these comments are from this afternoon. I mean, Lego Timmy, Death Trooper, Dave Brick 76 up in here. Man, you guys Sean was not lying. You guys were having so much stuff go down. I think we had 2 pre-play gang super chats. Shout out to you guys. We scroll up a little bit more. Yeah. We got Papa Trip. We got Todd up in here, another channel member. Special shout out. Sith Studs. What's good, Sith Studs? Riley Mims, another channel member. Special shout out to you there. We got Tiger Builds with those sunglasses emojis. Yeah. Oh, we're coming back. Phoenix Flame, another channel member. Special shout out to you. We got Brick Babe in the house. What up, Brick Babe? Hey. We got Anthony, another channel member, with just a girthy
Just straight up.
Just a girthy chat right there. Let's see. Extra Bricks in the house, channel member. Special shout out to you, Extra Bricks. Of course, Brick Hive, as always. Special shout out to you, sir. Let's see. I'm still in the pre-play game. Okay, now we are finally into live comments here. Cooper, I think I already shouted you out, but I'm gonna shout you out again. Because why not? You're a legend. We got Justin coming through. Austin with the Deep Inside of Me chat. That is a great song. Chess 98 coming through. It's great to see you. Great to see you. Dark Helmet chilling. What is up? What is up? What is up? Jalen in the house. Florid in the house. Droidica. Droidica. That's probably my favorite one. Honestly, I like GWP though. It's pretty good. Jake's Bricks and Picks in the house. Saying Trade Federation pinball. Yeah. Good to see you guys on this 140th episode. Gosh, we're almost to 150. Insane. True Squadron in the house. Stud Sidious. Shout out to Stud Sidious. Shout out to our merch. Link in Instagram bio. Check it out. Get you some Acob merch. Yeah, best merch in the game, baby. Smoky Smokes, what's good in the chat? Other channel members, special shout out. We got AJ Bits, Clever Pig, Brad. We got some channel members tuning in. And I'm all the way caught up. Wow, perfect timing. Anthony in the house, too. Yeah. Padawan saying best trilogy. And honestly, like, I like Lord of the Rings more. Or I'm sorry, I like Star Wars more for sure as an entire franchise.
Yeah.
But I think the Lord of the Rings trilogy really is the best 3-part trilogy of just films.
We're not going to allow Hobbit to drag it down.
It's a different trilogy. Different trilogy.
Okay.
That's like, Sean, that's like saying all the prequels weren't as good as the OT, so it drags the OT down.
Yeah, that's true. All right, boys, as a reminder, Sidious in the house. Still some amazing shirts. We got the boys. There's a couple new designed shirts as well, added to sort of the boys series or the boys collection. Make sure you guys check that out. Also got the basketball jersey just in time for summer, Brent. I think Brent's going to want to wear one of those to Brick World.
100%. Oh, 100%.
But check it out. Sidious, if you're out there, if you wouldn't mind posting that link here in the chat, or Brent said you guys can find it around if you are interested. I really love this lineup of shirts. All the OGs are still there, though, so whatever you guys are into, we have them there for you. And, yeah.
I still got to place my order.
I know. I got to get it
probably this weekend for some shirts. So
all 6 days or whatever the hell we're there. I mean, I might even have wardrobe changes, Brent. I'm gonna bring.
So yeah, Sidious will definitely be in chat for, or we'll be in contact with you about a giant bulk order for Sean and I.
Ostif's going ham. He's gonna buy 5 shirts for Brick World Chicago. So,
dude, Ostif's gonna be rocking Acob merch every day. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as promised, and again, we're gonna try to lure them out of the nest and bring them onto the show, but it is time for the Falcon's Nest. Now, if you guys are wondering what happened with the theme song, we're going to have to make another one because we got a little bit of a slap on the wrist for a sound effect. So if any of you guys have a Falcon sound effect that's royalty free, let me know. Because I went outside for half a day last Saturday, Brent, trying to just, recruit an actual Falcon. You couldn't claim it, but unfortunately.
Dang, that is crazy, bro.
It is crazy. It was just one sound effect against music I made, and that beat I designed entirely, no assistance. And
that's insane because you're allowed to play
a snippet. Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened.
Snippets of things. So
yeah. Well, apparently the Falcons shriek, so we could just come up with something else. I don't know. We'll see. But let's get into it. Brent, I got very excited earlier this week because, as you know, I'm a part-time Dino head. When this stuff comes out, I get a little bit fired up. And the Falcon's Nest is featuring some Jurassic World. This is part of the Chaos Theory? Yeah, it's an extension of Camp Cretaceous. It's the continuation. The kids that were campers in that series have grown up. They've already, no spoilers, but they're older now in life. I really can't tell you where they are because I could spoil the other series. But anyways, it's the same kids. They're older. If you haven't seen the trailer for it, it's pretty damn incredible. It's definitely more grown-up stuff. I feel like it's evolving over the years, kind of like Clone Wars did to a degree. I feel like this is definitely a Clone Wars for Jurassic World if you're into that sort of thing. not to the level. I'm not saying it is, but it's kind of like, let's face it. The last trilogy, there was some mixed reviews, certainly going from 1 to 2 to 3. Anyway, this is supplemental Jurassic Park stuff. So if you're into it, check it out. It is a kid's show, but I've watched it with my daughter. There's enough there for you to sink your teeth into in terms of lore and all that stuff. And it's pretty cool because it's actually happening on the other side of the island or on a different island, one of the two, during the events of Jurassic World. So it's pretty cool, that all hell's breaking loose and they have these campers and they get affected by it. It's a pretty smart idea.
What's
honestly.
it on? What streaming
Netflix.
service? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So check that out. But anyway, we've got everybody's favorite Anki. We've got Bumpy here. I'm going to go right off the rip. I do not like this set. I think it's weird looking. I give them credit for having the courage to try an Ankylosaurus, but like, what are we at? 25? There's no way on earth. Give it to me on a clearance, Cody, just, for the culture maybe, but not loving this one. I love the colors, trying to find something complimentary. I don't like this set. And the worst part, like 25, you couldn't toss us a little baby dino version of Bumpy. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So what are you thinking, Brent?
I mean, I was hoping you were going to hype this up, and then you were like, I can't lie, I don't like it. I thought you were about to hype this thing up. I haven't seen the show or anything, so I definitely don't know like the subject matter. So none of that's really helping me out here. But my first instinct is like,
here,
if they're gonna
this thing is what it's supposed to be.
Right is this a named character in the series?
Yeah, so they've actually. Yeah, so there was a baby Ankylosaurus that befriends Ben, I believe, and he becomes like their pet mascot, helps in the fights against the dinos, that kind of thing. So yes, he's named. Yeah.
Why didn't they use sand blue for that?
Yeah, you got it. Does it kind of makes it worse that the reference is right on the box? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, but dude, why that? I mean, I get why they wouldn't want to do gray, but sand blue, bro,
or even sand green.
Yeah. Like this, and it can't be because all more parts are available in this color, because sand blue and sand green are definitely more of a commonly used color than this. That's crazy, bro. Why is this not sand blue? Well, also the other thing that comes to mind is like when I see a buildable dinosaur like at this scale, I'm like, bro, like I would have rather seen this as just a molded dino like we usually be getting and just in a set. So it's kind of weird that it's a bit like, of course we've had buildable T-Rexes that are huge, that are massive. Shout out to the gate set, whatever that was called.
I mean, look, I think it's got to be difficult to brick build this and brick build it small. Although 358 isn't nothing, man. That, you know what I mean? Like,
no, but I mean,
Cody, what do you think? I mean, you're more of a mock smith than we are. Did they? I don't know. What do you think about this?
So my first thought is, so they did make a molded version of this, almost this character, last year it retired. But then they also put out that baby dinosaur set this year for 40, I think, that had a baby ankylo molded. Mm-hmm. I think that's a better buy for $15 more. But I think this one suffers from pretty much the exact same thing that the Barad-dûr GWP suffers from. Is it's just too stubby. I mean, it's not. I feel like it's not long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
For me, 25. But like, yeah, like I don't know. And I get that they've done a molded one of it before, maybe not this exact character, but that angle looks
better.
I was gonna say, from the side, he's kind of cute. All right.
Yeah.
All right, there's your play feature.
Wag the tail.
If I get this thing for $10, this is how I'll display.
Yeah, not for 25.
No. But
they did the other buildable ones before for like Frozen. There was an Olaf and the Salamander, and those were like $15 or something.
Though, yeah, they were like small. Yeah, small.
Yeah.
So Sean,
yes, sir.
Would you say that you like that other angle because you can see the butt on that thing?
No, it's No, it's better for. I mean, always. Let me back up. Always, but I just think if I was ever to display it, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
it kind of looks cute and like it's. I don't know. It
Yeah.
just does. I don't know what it
No,
looks. It's
I just think
nondescript, like head on. I don't know. I don't like it.
no, it's funny just because like usually we're talking about starships and like vehicles and things, and Sean's like, let me see the butt on that thing.
Well,
But
yeah.
then
I mean,
but then
sure.
when you go into buildable characters, it's a little bit more wheeled. Wow, I got a speech impediment there for a second. A little bit more weird when you're like, it's like a buildable Simba or like a baby Yoda, and you're like, let me see the butt on that thing. Like,
Yeah,
let me
it's
see the butt on that baby Yoda. Maybe that'll
right.
make you.
It
look
becomes
better.
creepy when I'm not talking about a vehicle anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta keep Drake out of this. We're gonna move
Yeah,
on,
there
I
you go.
think.
All right, boys. A lot of people rejoicing. You may or may not know on this set again from Chaos Theory on Jurassic World. This is pretty incredible. People have been waiting for a Stegosaurus. We finally have one. I'm pretty stoked on it. $64.99, 420 pieces. Of course, you got that sweet Dino tax. I'm really into it. Again, gonna need at least. I don't know if I'll wait for like a 50 on this, but definitely like a little 20%. I'll cop. I really like the van. Some really cool figures. You know, if you want to get the whole cast, you know how they do. They break it up.
Yeah.
My daughter is stoked on these characters and the figures. It's funny. There's never any debate about where the dinos go. That's funny. Let's give her the figs out of this one. But yeah, man, I'll take the van and Stego out of this. Brent, I mean, certainly a better set than the last, I think.
Yeah, so my first thought on this, and now when it comes to Jurassic, guys, like I mean, I have a couple sets. Like I have like, excuse me, I have like the big gate with the buildable T-Rex, and I have like one of the I don't know, like white T-Rexes, whatever they're called.
Indominus
Sean-
Rex.
Yeah, that Sean's trying to buy from me. I might consider, but I don't know.
I mean, it's up to you. No pressure. It's dirt cheap on eBay. I was looking at it. I'm like, I might just get
Is
it on
it?
eBay. Yeah, it's like
Well, it's got to be at least above retail, right?
no, God no. It's like $70-$80.
Sealed?
Yep.
I thought that dino was like a.
It's not retired yet. That's the problem. So
That set's not retired.
no,
Yeah, it is.
it's not. I don't think so. Check it.
Bro, we ain't thinking of the same set.
We are.
Is
was
it
retired-
is it
it was retired-
the flying dinosaur or
No,
the
it's-
T-Rex looking one?
It's the one that's got
The Gigantosaurus one, the girthy boy from the last movie.
Oh,
$130 set.
yeah, Giganotosaurus.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still
Oh.
out.
I'm thinking of a different set then.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of the one that has the two weird looking dinosaurs?
Yes, that one.
I'm thinking of the one that's got that white T-Rex in it with like the little rolly.
Oh no, I have the rolly pull. Hold on to that one. That one's good, and it's probably going to climb. That one's sick.
That one's got a big ankylosaurus in it.
Yeah, I have that. Yeah, I have that. Brent.
You don't have the one that you're talking about. The one I got, it's like 140. I got it for like 70.
That one's the one that I'm after. Yeah, I don't have it yet.
Uh,
All right. Everyone's
I'll
kind of
take
shouting
that.
out to the 4+ trees. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
because they're like, I think this is a 6. What is this? Probably a 6.
6+.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, people are dogging on the tree. You guys know me enough. Like, look, I'm not going to, all that stuff will be parted out, thrown in the box, in a bag, just slam dunked, FPJ style. I'm taking the figs. I'm taking the dinos. Little shout out to the baby blue raptor there. It's not, I don't think that's actual blue, but you see it there, the gray and blue. The van, the little scientist trailer, and I'm out. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, seeing vehicles like that, and like I know this is dinosaurs, but like seeing a set like this with like a van like that and trees, just man, because in Bluey, they drive like a Land Rover looking thing, and man, I would love to see Bluey sets. Sorry, that was a little bit out of left field, but I'm like seeing animals.
you guys
in
might
this car. Oh, it'd be so.
You may or may not get this reference, but this right here is giving me A-Team van vibes, man. We need one of those. Just straight up, man. Flip this to black and you're almost there. Black with a red stripe. That'd be so sick. I think Playmobil has that license right now, but hopefully when when they're done.
Well, they did a dimensions for
That's true. That's true.
VA.
Yeah. So there's that one. Cody, what are you thinking on this guy?
My favorite part is the color for the Stegosaurus. It's not. I hate when they do like the crazy, like
Non-realistic.
neon colors and stuff.
Yeah.
So I really like that. I think it looks great. But I'm wondering, are all these horrible trees making you at all worried about the Deku tree for Zelda coming out?
Oh
No, 'cause
no,
that's
'cause
like
that's
a-
supposed to be huge.
It's supposed to
Yeah,
be
it's
huge.
a
Yeah,
million pieces.
they
Like
gotta be doing that one right?
Yeah. Because it's a million pieces, so I don't think there's gonna be a ton of big ones in there. I mean, there'll be a combination of the two, but
But just think of how many horrible trees. I mean, I get it's 30 pieces. It's nothing. It's just a little side build, but they've been bad lately, I feel like.
Yeah. There's got to be a way to make smaller trees a little more just, I don't know. A little more.
Lego Head's going back to the lab. He's gonna make an A-Team Lego song. So there you go.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
Zelda isn't 6+. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
We're just saying, man, that's a pretty. I mean, it's probably better than maybe it's the other set. I think there was one with some really. We'll have to see the other trees in the other one, but
Oh, you mean like the tree on Yavin?
yeah, I thought I saw a tree that gave me Yavin vibes somewhere. Which it is one of the weak parts of that set as well.
There was a Harry Potter set.
No, I guess it is that one. Go ahead, Brent.
There was a Harry Potter set back in like 2021, I want to say, and they used like a really unique tree building technique that I'd never seen done. Now, the trees didn't look very good from the back, but like they were smaller scaled trees, but they were built a lot more intricately and like looked interesting. And it's like, so I don't know. It's weird. Like they always want to use that, and I get it because that tree from that last set, like they wanted it to have like an interior with like a ladder in it or something. So they want to make it like I don't know. Maybe it's anytime there's a playable tree, to make it playable, you got to use those like big pieces so it can have like an interior, I guess.
And saying that reminds me about Jurassic trees from the last wave. I guess, yeah, it was the last wave. Man, I need another one of those long neck boys before they go. I need 2 more. So, and that thing, I don't know if you guys have noticed.
Everything else has gone on sale.
Everything else has, and that guy
Not
is stuck
that
at
one.
80. They're like,
Hey.
nah, dog, we're gonna Grievous this shit.
Sean,
Like they're Grievous starshipping hard
Yep.
Yeah.
on the Brachio, dude. They're just like, no, sir. Nope.
They're Grievous star shipping.
They're
That's
Grievous-ing
good.
hard, dude.
I
Same
never
price
saw
to
that on
like
sale either.
$80 means $80, and you're gonna pay it.
Yeah.
So, Sean, I will though be on the lookout for that for myself, and so if I find one, I'll let you know. But I am gonna be clearance hunting on my way to Chicago, so I'm definitely gonna try to be stopping at like a Walmart every hour.
It'd be cool if you made a video of that adventure. I'm just throwing it out
Oh,
there.
well, it might not be posted till next year, but
Posted.
yeah, I will. Guys, I really am gonna try to, because I gotta get cracking on those, because I got at least 3 vlogs from Brick World last year, and I gotta get to posting them. Like, it's crunch time. Like, I gotta post those. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll let you know.
For those of you guys wondering that may not know what the heck we're talking about, I'm gonna pull it up because I just like taking a look at this thing, every once in a while. But this is the Brachiosaurus set, and dude, like, I forget where we ranked it, Brent. When these come out, we gotta get the gang back together and do a top 10 Jurassic situation again.
Josh.
But
Josh,
I think Just Too Good was there. No, it was Just Too Good and Shy on that one.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, man, just tremendous. Again, yeah, this tree,
The vehicle.
the vehicle. I mean, amazing. Yeah,
That
and
Jeep
you
I'll
get
tell you
another-
what, man.
and
if
this
I
isn't,
see
by the way,
these-
this isn't the same Jeep that you get in the $20 set. So that I
better.
like that they.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's better. It's better than the $20 one.
For sure, and it's a recolor, and there's I think
girthier.
it's girthier. Yeah, but I mean, dude, I gotta get. I believe it's 3 in the movie that are walking by initially, and I gotta get the 3 of these things. So
I'll tell you what though, Sean, if I'm
Yeah.
clearance hunting away and I see these puppies for like, in the ballpark of 50, I got you. I'll pick them all up.
Even if they were just 20%, I feel like that would be good on this set. This set's that good.
I
well,
can
here's
see-
the thing. This is one of those rare times where you're getting like two separate things that are badass. The Jeep is amazing on its own.
Three separate things that are pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the tree's not, but the figures aren't great, but they're good. And then for me though, the draw is of course that long neck beauty and the vehicle. And it's like, yeah, Brent, you get them for somewhere like 50, you could probably flip that vehicle for 20 to 30 because you're not getting that one at retail for 20 to 30. But for me, you guys have seen the movies, you kind of need to army build some of the damn Jeeps too. There's not just one, so I don't know. Like, so I want to bring this up. Even if you guys aren't into Jurassic like heavy, this is one that, you catch a dealio on, you're going to want to scoop because it's this. I wish I had it with me, but this thing is like, it's huge. I can't describe it.
You can see how tall it is compared to the minifig there. I mean,
it's definitely badass for what it is.
Jurassic's one of those themes for me where like I don't keep up on it and like collect them all, but I just wait for one that I'm like, okay, that one's really cool, and so I pull trig on a select few, the heaters, if you will.
There you go. And another long-awaited Dino. So we're getting two debut Dinos here, Cody. Very, very emotional times for Dino fans. We are getting the Allosaurus in a transport truck, which we've had before. But man, would you look at that semi right here?
Truck's nice.
That's pretty cool.
Very, very nice.
It's pretty cool.
And they did what you don't like. They kind of went a little bit freako on the Dino here. Not true colors, but
a little bit.
At least they got some. It's more tame than they. Oh, see, I love that picture. They a little more tame than they sometimes do, where they get really far out there with the neons and shit like that. But this one, I think is like I said, it's a more tame version. Maybe in the moonlight it could look like this. I don't know, but like, I love it. I'm always down for these transport type vehicles. They've done it before, but they really went ham with the brick, the color selection here. I think they did fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, this is like I was just talking about a minute ago. Like I definitely don't buy every Jurassic set, but this is one of the ones where maybe the more I look at it, I'll want to pull trig because I mean I do like that semi. It's looking.
Yeah, this might be the best truck transport set they've done because they've done this concept 3 or 4 times before, but I think this is the best executed.
Dude, is there a GWP coming? Or are you referencing the song? That would be sick. I would love a Jurassic G-dub,
Jurassic G-dub?
I mean, I'm sure they've probably done a poly or something, but Kyle, Stone Lake, familiar name. I don't buy the Jurassic garbage. I spent all my money on Animal Well and a box of Boys. Animal Crossing? Is that what we're referencing? I don't know. Animal Well. What's Animal Well if it's not Animal Crossing?
I think Animal Well is a new platformer game that just came out, I think.
Oh, okay. All right. Got you.
That's why CPA said GWP alert.
Okay. Got you.
There you go.
Got it. I got you.
Yeah, we don't get Jurassic GWPs.
All right. Well, we do have 2 new supers. I don't know, Brent. You're not gonna love this, but
you're going at the Anakin one.
Hey, it was selected. What do you want me to do? I'm here to please, but Ostef once again with another 212. It's his third one of the night. How is the fit on him? Sorry, that was a bit earlier. Ask me again, Ostef. We'll answer. I'm not sure what that's in reference to.
Our merch. The merch from the
the merch, true to size, right? I mean, that's
I mean, just like a lot of cotton shirts, though. I mean, after a few washes,
out of the dryer,
after a few washes, it may come to end. Like so, I prefer my shirts to fit a little bit bigger because I am a taller gentleman, so I can wear it a large just fine, but I tend to buy XLs for the length. So
Brent doesn't want the midriff, hanging out. So Ostef has requested the new Anakin song. Give it another listen, Brent. I think eventually it'll catch on for you.
I remember the time when Eddie went freako, when he grew up fast and Padme
It rhymes. It rhymes. It has like that's the only way it would have worked.
Yeah, it had to rhyme. It's there was
If
only
listen,
one way
if
to
I'm
do
doing
it.
if I'm doing a tier list or a ranking, and I feel like
Top three.
Tyler would
Top
agree.
three.
Guys, Brent doesn't like it. You know what
No,
to do.
that one's at the bottom for sure.
Well,
No
Kyle
way.
Stone Lake with the $5. You know, we read his comment earlier, but he didn't select. He didn't select a.
Just do one we haven't done yet.
Do the Brent one. I like the Brent one.
You want to do the Brent one?
Yeah,
All right,
where he left us.
Since Brent's
Yeah.
being a hater tonight, let's
Oh
go on
my
when
God.
Brent left the chat alone.
Remember that night when Brent's mic didn't work? Then he left us all like a bunch of effing jerks. He tried to get it working with 100 viewers lurking, killing loners left and right. Oh, Brent, your mic was jerked. We're sorry that it did not work. Oh, Brent, your mic was jerked. We're sorry that it did not work. Brent, never leave us in the stream again.
Wow, oh wait, no, that's because it's the wrong mic. Hold on.
I like how he really gets in. Speaking of getting in the butt, you notice that he like really tried to get in there and see what's going on.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh,
That might be my
funny.
favorite one.
Really?
That
Wow.
one's so good. There's a
I'm
story
curious.
to that one, man. That was
Hey,
great.
Girth Gang.
There's a story to that one.
Girth Gang. So you've got, what do we have? Like 5, maybe 6. Baru's gonna, Baru I feel is like a seasonal treat. Baru's kind of like a Christmas song. I don't know. I mean, somebody requests it, we'll play it again. But let's go with top 3. Girth Gang, can you list out in order your top 3 of the supers? I just want to check the temperature. Obviously, we know GWP is requested.
Yeah, I think mine real quick would have to be like in no specific order. I'll just give you 3: GWP, Droidica, and
Barge Boys.
either Barge Boys or I don't know. I mean, even though it brings back stressful memories, the Brent one is pretty catchy. Oh yeah, Baru, the Baru one.
I like Oh
Right.
Baby and Baru. Yeah.
I almost forgot what the Baru one sounded like.
Well, if somebody wants to play it, we can do it. We can run it back. I actually, the Baru is good, wholesome entertainment. It's back from a simpler time.
All right, so we got some rankings coming in. We got
All right, fire them up, Brent. What do we got?
Eli saying Barge Boys, GWP, and Droidica. Cooper saying GWP, Droidica, Baru. Riley said GWP is unbeaten.
He doesn't even want to
Austin.
list anything else.
Austin with Anakin at number 1, GWP, and then Brent's Mike. Clever has Droidica at 1, Brent leaves Chad and GWP. We got some love for Barge Boys right here for all 3 coming from Tiger.
Yeah, Tiger rides for the Barge Boys. I like that.
GWP, Brent's song, and Droidica. Droidica, GWP, the Brent song. Let's see. AJ saying Barge Droids, GWP. So yeah, I mean, wow, everyone's really coming with
All right. Well, Padawan did not pick his super, so Brent, we're gonna do it again. We got Kyle Stone Lake. Run that Anakin song back. That's a heater. So
Oh my
here we
god,
go.
bro.
I remember the time when Eddie went freako. When he grew up fast and Padme was his freako. Came out swinging his saber longer than a light pole. I remember. Yeah, I do. His midi-chlorian shot right through.
I mean, he was very fired up, Brent. I mean, are you listening to the composure of
There's
the
passion there. I get it. I mean,
the composition? I'm sorry, of the lyrics there. Cody, what do you appreciate about that?
I really
particular-
appreciate the light pole. I think that's hilarious that we got something that fresh and that deep cut. That's great. That's fantastic.
It was either
And it's
you.
the Freako speeder, man. I mean, nobody knows the Freako speeder. I mean, we all know the Freako speeder, but come on.
It was a deep cut. You know what I mean? So
Deep cut, schmeep cut, whatever.
See, rhyming Frico with Frico, it's chef's kiss. So, shout out to Mark. His midichlorian shot right through. I mean, there's gems everywhere, Brent. I don't know.
Phantom Menace reference, Brent, right there.
Right
Come
there.
on.
I did that for you,
What's
Brent.
not to love?
I get
shocked
it,
Brent
sure,
doesn't.
but
Brent, there has been a few that he didn't like, but yeah, we could, Oh, guys, and by the way, that made it through. I mean, there's so many on the deep cuts unreleased. We got to figure out what we could do with those.
deep
We
cuts.
got one in the works on our friend Tyler too, so stand by for that one. That won't be tonight. I think we're gonna. I don't know if I can do one per week, but we'll see. We'll get the catalog. It'll be.
Yeah, just think 3 months from now, we're going to have how many? Like 15, 20?
We
It's
can
gonna
put
be
out an
awesome.
album. Everyone keeps asking us to put it
CPA,
on
it doesn't.
Spotify.
CPA, it does in fact say freak ho. Yes, that's what it is. Yes. Yeah. Just to be
It
clear.
doesn't sit right with me, bro. Pat,
I know you're taking it too way too damn.
It rhymes.
personal.
It's just because it rhymes.
I hate to break it to you guys, but Natalie's not knocking on that door for any of you. Like, just relax and enjoy it for what it
Yeah,
is.
it's my girlfriend.
Saber longer than a light pole. I mean, this is like Shakespearean level entertainment. Like,
Oh man.
I think Hemingway says that in one of his books. Cody, I'm not sure.
I do remember that.
Yeah, the way he
I
describes
gotta
his-
brush up. Yeah.
the way he describes his feelings. It's just, look, I'm watching the movie and I remember he was fired up about her, and it was just so intense and insane that I've had to do what I had to do. That's all it is. It's a reflection of him and the way he's acting.
Gosh.
I remember the time when Eddie went freako. When he grew up fast and Padme was his freako. Came out swinging his saber longer than a light pole. I remember, yeah I do. His midi-chlorian shot right through.
Brad, I'm telling you, put it as a ringtone. Like,
Oh, you want me to hate something? Yeah, make it my ringtone. I'm gonna make a song
God, it's savage with
disrespecting
it.
Leia.
Thank
and
you.
see
At
how
least
you
somebody
like it.
appreciates it. Shy, I sent it to Shy for a sneak preview. I don't know if
No, just
Right,
it was
and
shy
sit.
approved. It was shy approved. Yeah, that means it's all good. He approved with it, so it should be good with everybody.
a lot of Stone Lakes in here. We got a Flintstone Lake. Doesn't have money for Jurassic because he's blowing it all here. Don't let Tyler hear Padme calling a freak out. I am here to tell you, he is a huge Padme Anakin fan. He got a sneak preview as a cast member of the show. He said it's by far his favorite one he's ever heard, and probably purely because it shows Anakin the whole time. I don't even know if he had the audio on, quite frankly.
Brad wants me to do Obi-Wan telling Anakin to relax. What's the quote? I don't even remember what.
Does
the
he
quote
just
is.
say relax? I don't.
Just say, Anakin, relax. Is that what he says?
Tell him to Brent say relax, and then tell him to stay in the ship while everyone else goes to town like adults.
That's Qui-Gon.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's Qui-Gon.
Oh, Obi telling anyone. That's right. I bet I messed it up. All right.
So this dinosaur, anyways,
Yeah.
the color is a little weird. The only thing I don't like is I associate that blue with the blue they used for the Lego Movie 2 dinos, and I did not like that. But I really do like the tan print on the side of the head there. They did a good job with that, so I think it passes in my book.
Yeah. I love it. I think we got to do a little deep dive here. Yeah, the vehicle again. I will say, man, Jurassic, when they give you a sick vehicle along with a quality dino, and again, we talk about this every once in a while, Brent. It's one of my favorite subjects. It is the fact that you have got, you've got a complete setup in a box here. You know what I mean? Like
Yes,
hours of
yes.
fun. You've got, what do you got? 4 characters. Great. I hate that the guards are kind of outmanned here by the good guys or whatever, but it's like this is one of those times, and this is what makes Lego great, and this is why I'm like, save the play sets, man, because you've got a full scene here, which I'm sure will unravel in the series at some point, where you got a vehicle, a dino. It's like you just add a kid, you know what I mean, and they could just have hours of fun with this. So
right.
I love it.
Let's get some more Star Wars sets like this.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude. And that's
dude. Could you
imagine? Still think $90, by the way, boys, on this one. A little bit
could
steep.
You freaking imagine?
Look at this. Oh, you can, dude, real quick, Brent. Look, you can throw your little four-wheeler in there too.
Oh yeah, no.
Little radio, little chicken for the road. It's a good time. Go ahead.
Could you imagine if they finally did like the Geonosian arena? But everyone's always like, oh no, they would never make a $600 set based off of episode 2. Okay, I get that. But what if they went Geonosian arena like Harry Potter style, where it's like modular, and then they could literally make 3 sets based off of like the creatures, and you could just piece them together, and they'd be like these molded dinosaurs are. I don't know, just an idea.
No, I'm down. I love it.
I think it'd be sick.
So that's the Jurassic wave coming through. Hey, 2 out of 3, not bad. 2 out of 3 isn't bad. We'll check and see if the our friend the Clicker has got any latest and greatest that we haven't covered yet. All right, I honestly haven't spent any time on this endurance ship. Cody, what's the story on this one?
I don't really know. I haven't seen a whole lot about it. All I know is whenever these type of ships come out, people go absolutely nuts for them. I just think that as long as they went hard on the sales, I think that it'll be a heater for us. Did you pull something up? The screen is frozen if you did.
Me? Okay. I did, yeah. Let me pull it. Is it gone now?
It's gone.
Yeah.
No?
Nothing.
And guys, I know my internet's been bad. We're relocating in the next week. We're just going through some home repairs, and yeah. Chat amongst yourselves. I'm going to drop rejoin. That usually fixes it.
All right, I'll pull this guy out again, just for you to admire again there, Brent.
Dude, so I really want to send one of those to PSA just to see what happens. Could you imagine that thing coming back in a slab?
That would be so sick, dude.
Like, would they not though? Because it's technically a sticker, right?
Yeah. I don't know if they would just.
But it has a backing, so it's like the
back is printed. So the back it's just like the back paper of a sticker.
Yeah.
But it's just printed on that.
Dude, like in a card saver like that though, dude.
Yeah.
It looks so
legit. It can't be folded up, like those Star Wars GWP posters. You can't have that.
Yeah. Ooh, so those are going to be that GWP will be in a card saver like that.
Yeah, no, they're coming out just like this.
That's awesome. Nice. It already comes in a freaking card saver. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Why don't you try to just jam it into the box? I don't understand.
That's what we're just saying. Like, yeah, it won't be folded up or anything.
It's underneath, the bottom of the cardboard there, to where you just see the corner of it. You thought you threw it away.
Lego had it was a GWP for the Acob set sale. It happened month and a half ago, something like that. Yeah. So
yeah, you're gonna have to buy one on eBay for $100.
I really am Shackleton sailing ship for his expedition to Antarctica in 1914. I don't know if I was taught that one in school, man. Shackleton. I'm not cultured. I know the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria, but
yeah, I was busy reading Hemingway, like we were talking about earlier. I didn't
light poles. Yeah.
So this is supposed to be an older ship, or like what we talking here?
Connect the Brick, huge shout out. Did a live stream over on Whatnot with Duck Bricks, our friend Chris, earlier this week. It was cut short. There were some technical difficulties there, so we'll hopefully see that again. But off topic, but is the foosball tournament still happening at Brick World? If so, will it be on the schedule? Yes. I'm surprised it's not yet. It's my understanding that it was, but thank you for telling me that. We will look into that. But yes, it's happening. And it's going to be I believe Thursday morning at 10 or 11 a.m. It is open up to 64 participants, Brent. I believe last year we had 32. We're doubling the field this year.
Yep.
It's going to be very emotional.
Yep.
I hope straight up Beth is there to defend her
Dude,
belt.
I hope Beth is there to defend her title, bro.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, more to come on endurance ship. I'm sorry I'm not a man of culture as far as this goes. I'm not sure.
It looks like 1912 is when it was built. It sank for 107 years and was discovered in March of 2022. Looks like a black hull, big white sails. Should just be a cool
Nice.
old-timey ship.
I'm all
Yeah,
about
so
it.
for fans of pirate or whatever, I mean, it's yeah.
I'm all about it. I mean, I still need to get the Titanic before I get any other kind of ship. But I mean, dude, going on 2 cruises now and kind of just being a Titanic nerd and just loving like the ocean and cruise ships and sailboats and things. If I see this thing, I might have to pull trig at some point for sure. I feel like it has the potential to look pretty nice, especially at like what was that, 260 for that thing?
Yeah.
So could look pretty sweet. Now this, I got some Zelda fans that when I finally told it, because obviously we got the rumor for this like a year ago, guys, like when all those rumors started to leak out about everything. So like we'll be seeing a leaked image of this soon, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or I'm
I
sure
am
we will. So
this right here. You guys already know Barge Boys, best set of our lives. The song says it, but this right here is a strong number 2. Could even possibly surpass if
I think it's got the potential to be better.
comes out well. I mean, you're getting everything that you want for like your first Zelda set. Getting a classic Link, a young classic Link, and then of course, Breath of the Wild is the current series they're on now on Nintendo Switch. So I like that you're getting, the old, the new. Curious, I hope on classic Link though they don't try to digitize it, and make it like an 8-bit thing. I hope they don't do that. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Actually, I don't know, man. It depends on what classic Link we're talking about. So stay tuned. Maybe they are going to go through all the eras. Maybe one is 8-bit, and then classic young Link could be like from the Ocarina era. I don't know. I would
with it coming with the Ocarina mold, you would assume so, right?
Yeah, but I think that's on the shield anyway, even in the Breath of the Wild series.
Are we not getting a Master Sword?
It doesn't say that there, but I remember things saying it did before. I don't see how you don't do a Master Sword at 300.
I really hope so.
Well, you get the Master Sword at the tree in the game. Sorry, spoilers. The game's 7 years old.
They did that specific mold for Harry Potter, the Sword of Gryffindor, which is really nice. So I'd like to see one like that.
Oh yeah. When they did that Sword of Gryffindor mold like that, it always made me wish that Kylo Ren's lightsaber would have been done better.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be grown Link from Ocarina of Time. Oh, the classic? Okay. Then maybe that's Ocarina of Time, and then Young is... Oh, God, what was the one after that? And not Majora's Mask, the one that was on GameCube. I don't know. It's interesting. A lot of options. A lot of options. So... Scheduled 9 to 12 Thursday. Specifics are TBA. Okay, there you go. But I do think it's going to be more like 10. So we'll get there. If you sign up, you'll automatically move with the schedule. But last I heard 10 to 12. So we'll get that cleaned up. But yeah, man, it's definitely happening.
Is the app
Details
the same app
coming.
from last year, the Cvent app?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Just log in there. Yeah, Toon Link, Wind Waker. Thank you. I can't believe I was drawing a blank on that. And I know a lot of people love it. Wind Waker is not one of my favorites, but anyway, that could be. So you could go. Classic Link is definitely both child and adult versions of Ocarina of Time. Okay.
I will say the survey leak image.
Dude, Brad! Look at Brad. Sorry, look at Brad with this heater call. You get the Great Fairy with a sound brick saying "Hey" repeatedly in your dreams. Hey. Yeah.
No, but I will say that the survey leak of this set only had 3 figs. So it is interesting that they decided to throw one more in.
Yep. As long as they capture the look, like at the end of the day, this is just going to be a big old tree, but how they decorate that tree, shout out to Christmas. That's really going to be where rubber meets the road on this, because in a lot of ways, how we talk about the sail barge, it's all in how you dress it up, because at the end of the day, it's a tree, and yeah, it's got a face on it and all that, but it's still just a tree. You know what I mean? Like, they better have some potions and other shit laying around to kind of spruce it up.
Well, so I think it already says it in the thing we have pulled up there, but you can swap the foliage out, right? Does it say on this? Because I did.
Oh yeah, black base. So it's a diorama with swappable leaves to change from Breath of the Wild to. Oh,
What are the colors? It's the green, and then is the other one pinkish or?
I'm a little foggy, but sorry guys for wasting your ears.
It says
on
the change from Breath of the Wild or Ocarina of Time version.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sitting there going, what series is that from? It tells you right there. So it's going to be classic Link and young Link from Ocarina of Time.
Now,
Breath of the Wild. Okay.
I'm so confused. It says it's going to be a diorama. It's $300.
I think that just means it has a black base. I think that's all.
Okay. Yeah, it says black base diorama. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it'll probably.
Think about this though, guys. Like, think about the treehouse. Okay, that was $200 or $250.
Yeah.
Now I know that was before inflation. Is it 300 now, or I think that's retired now. But anyways, point being is that was a pretty girthy and sizable tree. So hopefully that this thing is going to be up to snuff with that one.
All right. Obviously, we have more information on the fell beast. We'll get into that in a little bit. I think we might have read some text on this previous, but if not, Brent, we're getting an 8-in-1 Batman brickheads. So this is an interesting play because they're asking you 20. This is interesting. So you're getting 8 different Batmen, classic blue and gray, the Adam West, which that's certainly top 2. 89 Keaton, probably number 1. Batman animated series, Christian Bale. I know a lot of you guys ride for that series. I found it incredibly boring. Batman versus Superman. People of a certain age are
incredibly boring.
You have to say that that's good, or you're like shunned.
But incredibly boring.
Though, dude. That first one is worse than the third Lord of the Rings.
I love the first one.
The first one's awful. The second one's very good. The one with Joker, that one's very good. Batman versus Superman.
Go watch Superman or something.
We're gonna get him soon. Batman versus Superman, Lego Batman movie, and Robert Pattinson, even though he misspelled it. Batman 22. Okay. You can only build one suit at once. How are people going to attack this, Cody? Do you think like the hardcores are going to? There's some people who are going to be maniacs and buy.
They'll buy them all.
But is that necessary? Couldn't you just get the stuff to go under the suits, Cody, on Bricklink or something?
So my hold up right now is I see $20 and I see 8 different suits that I hope they realize have 8 different logos on their chests. So that's already 8 prints right there.
Oh yeah.
Are they actually going to do 8 different prints just for the logo alone? I feel like at that $20, you're going to have to. The most effective probably is going to be. I would say just buying multiple. If there's 8, yeah, you probably are better off going to Bricklink. Because even if this is on sale, which it definitely will be, because this isn't going to fly off the shelves, I won't imagine. But I don't know, man.
Dude, this is like, there's never been a brickheads like this. This is crazy. It's like a deluxe brickheads, at $20, but it only builds you 1, but you can build 8, 325 pieces. I'm wondering, like, are you gonna build one of these and still have just a crap ton of pieces left over?
When brickheads first came out, there was like you would build yourself type of box that had a lot of pieces like that. But again, there wasn't like prints that you needed in that set. So I don't know. Again, $20 for this seems kind of crazy.
it seems crazy, but then fair at the same time if you have the time on here. I'm wondering, like, so some of them are like black based, you know what I mean? So there could be some reusage for a lot of this,
And
right?
black, blue, and
Yeah.
gray, I guess, are going to be your three.
Yeah. So I think they're going to expect you to. So maybe what I was saying wouldn't work. You know, there's going to be some reuse stuff going on, similar to 3-in-1s, right? So. Yeah, so guys, if you're a Batman, if you're a Batman guy,
I hope the box looks cool. That's
no, I think the box
basically where I'm at.
Yeah, I think you could. I think the box could be cool. I'm picking at least one up. I mean, it's pretty wacky. I'm gonna have to, certainly to build the Adam West and the Keaton
It's gonna be cool to build the Lego movie version.
for sure. KO, shout out to the original channel member. Here's your $2 for your survival at Chicago. Dark Knight trilogy is boring. Sean, you're boring me. Play that Freako anthem again. All right, well, we'll get to that in just a second, just to drill that home for everybody. But no, to be clear, sorry, sometimes I speak too fast and my brain doesn't. Batman Begins, to me, is very boring. I know that might hurt some feelings.
I almost like it more.
Is
It's
it
almost my
Dark Knight
favorite one.
Rises with Joker? Great. phenomenal.
Rises is the third one.
The third one with Bane is bad to me too, and I know that upsets people. This is a situation, Cody, where the middle movie's the best, and it's not a poem. You know what I mean? Like, it's not poetry. It doesn't rhyme. Objectively, to me, I don't know. I don't like the super dark superhero stuff, so that kind of puts me in a bad spot for this stuff. Although I say that, and I really like Batman Returns, so I don't know. Anyway, let's see. What else have we got out here? I think everything else we've just about cut. Did we do this last week?
No. Or, well,
you saw
no,
Kevin.
Not
Yeah,
last week, but the week before.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, it is main event time.
Yeah.
Christian Bale is a terrible Batman. I think that's part of the
Bullshit.
problem too. He's very
Bullshit.
bad. Like, he's not.
There's no way that's Tyler.
I do think Pattinson was better as a Batman, but he's still not Keaton. I mean, it's just he's not. So that trilogy was yours, like the prequels. You know, like, it makes sense. But I will say,
No, but I grew up watching the 1960s TV show, bro. I grew up watching the Keaton ones. I grew up watching Batman for all the Clooney ones, the Kilmores, the Keatons. I grew up watching all of those, bro. So
Yeah.
like I didn't watch, the Bale ones. I was a teenager by that time. So my childhood Batman viewing experience is definitely Keaton, Kilmore, Clooney, and the animated TV show and the Batman live action TV show. Like, I don't know, man.
I just don't see how you do that and then you like Bale. He's the most vanilla Batman, plain Jane, no depth.
Vanilla.
Like, it's boring. They're like, be stoic and be boring. And he's like, all right, got it.
I mean,
Like,
dude's fucked up in the head. He watched his parents die in front of him.
They all did.
You know,
They didn't
I
have to
get
be
it, but like
boring
they all do in comic books, and then like they're all like, to me, not every superhero is gonna be like, it's time to save the day. I'm a badass. Let's go. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, I liked Pattinson. Honestly, I probably like the Robert Pattinson Batman even more than Keaton or Clooney or any of the other ones too. Like, if I had to rank them, I'd say probably Christian Bale and Pattinson are probably my two favorites.
Man.
I like dark, depressing Batman. I want my Batman to act like his.
I've got Lego Batman over Bale. That's my Tyler take of the week.
That is the Tyler take of the week.
Oh, man. I have watched that way more than I have the other ones. So,
Yeah.
here's what I'll do, Brent. I'll rewatch all those again. Okay. It's been 20 years. I just remember certainly that first one. Yeah. Boring. So,
Yeah.
that's the way
I
I look
don't
at
know. I liked it. Maybe you're just associating it with boring because it had Liam Neeson in it and you were getting Qui-Gon vibes.
Maybe.
I loved seeing Liam Neeson in that shit.
Yeah. All right. We may or may not have somebody joining us for this next segment here, but we're gonna get right on it. Speak of the devil, ladies and gentlemen, up late night because we're talking about Lord of the Rings, hailing all the way from across the pond. People were asking, people like, where's he at? Ladies and gentlemen, we got Padawan HQ. Padawan,
Fresh out of bed.
People are disappointed. People are disappointed with me because I've said I do not like the Bale Batman movies. They're boring to me, and I've been consistent. I said I don't like these dark. I don't like what they did with Superman. I don't like but
that's all I take. That's all I take.
It is, and I also went on the record that Lego Batman is better than Bale as well. So.
That's crazy.
It's too early for that.
All right, Padawan, look, you stayed up late. You want to join us because really only a few things keep you up this late. One of them is Lord of the Rings talk. I brought in a couple of ringers. I'm in the process. You guys should be proud. I am in the process of rewatching so I can get into this. I do remember liking that more than that Batman trilogy, but so we've recruited Padawan HQ and Stud Lake, great friends of the channel. And then Brent, you put yourself like these guys are probably like 10 out of 10 as far as super fans. Where you at? You're like I don't want to assign. You tell me.
No, I mean I'll put it this way: like my 3 favorite franchises. Well, I guess let's go ahead and exclude superhero stuff because I mean like I love Batman and Marvel and things too, but there's so many superhero movies. Excluding all the superhero movies, if I'm gonna like rank my favorite, franchises, Star Wars, Harry Potter's right behind it, and then Lord of the Rings. So I'm one of the ones where what's up, Padawan?
I hate Harry Potter so much.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people over there hate Harry Potter because you guys are probably sick and tired of hearing about it. And every time you talk to an American, they're like, "Oh my God, do you like Harry Potter? Like,
do you know him?
Do you know him? Do you know Daniel Radcliffe? Have you
I've watched
met
it
him?"
1,000 times, to be fair. I think the more I watch it, the more I hate it.
Yeah. Well, so I don't want to derail too much. Did you read the books? I'll just keep it simple. Did you read the books at all? Were the books like a very popular thing, like growing up at school and things?
Oh, big time. 100%. Yeah.
I figured so. I just didn't know if I feel like the movies were a little, people in America don't read as much as you guys though. We're less smart. So
is that a fact? Are you putting us down? What are you?
I don't know. I'm just fucking bullshitting. But no, I mean, I'm one of those ones where I loved Lord of the Rings for a long time. I remember when Lord of the Rings came out around the same time Harry Potter did, and I wanted to like it, but I was like 8, 9 years old, and my mind was not mature yet for anything of the sort. Now, growing up, watching shows like Vikings and Game of Thrones and The Last Kingdom and things like that, I remember coming out of Game of Thrones, and that was the super hyped thing, and I was a little late to the party on that. But Brent hates America. No, but like I remember coming out of a show and everybody, loved.
Here we go.
Oh my God, un-American.
Un-American Brent.
Dude, I love America. I love being American. I'll say that first. I was just messing around. But no, like I came out of Game of Thrones thinking that was cool, but Lord of the Rings is better. Sean probably thinks that's a crazy take, but
which one?
Just Lord of the Rings is better than Game of Thrones to me, like overall, just as storytelling and everything.
No, I remember really. Look, I joke around a lot about Lord of the Rings, but there was a time where I was into it. What's weird to me is I have no recollection. It's crazy. I even had remember the first, and we're dating ourselves here. No, it must have been Blu-ray by then. I don't know. Maybe there was a DVD, but it was all 3. With the first time they did the extended cuts, and they came in actual books.
Probably DVDs.
Yep. Even back then, it was like $100 and something. Like I wrote for that. I watched it. I just have like this block where I know I watched.
You went like 20 years without watching it.
I guess so. Yeah, but I'm like, there's stuff I haven't seen in 20 years that I can kind of, piece together. Like Gladiator, for example. I haven't watched that in a million years. I still know.
That's one movie though. Like,
I know, but Braveheart, just things have been more sticky.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's Avatar levels of irrelevant because it's not. It's stayed alive and the culture is still like,
oh yeah,
hot. I mean, I'm sure there's, whatever. Everything there is for Star Wars, there is for that. So I get it, and I know I'm gonna like it. I just need to get around to finding. You got Padawan being like, Nah, man, don't be a puss. Run the 4.5 hour extended.
No, this is
I don't have the time. Like,
yeah. I mean, the extended cuts aren't like super necessary, but I've always said this to
They are
anybody being
super
like,
necessary. They are super necessary.
45 minutes, Brent. I feel like we're missing more than a human jobs. 45 minutes.
well, here's the thing though.
So much more context.
Whether you watch the extended editions or not, they do have some amazing things in them. But like whether you watch the extended editions or not, anyone that's worried about how long they are, like just break it up into hour-long segments like you would watching Game of Thrones or something, like a TV show like that. Like watch an hour a night and chip away at it like that. But no, I mean, I it's my favorite like medieval thing, and I love the Last Kingdom. I like more than Game of Thrones as well, but like Lord of the Rings is, to me, it's my favorite like Middle Earth, medieval property, like for sure, hands down, can never be beaten in my head. Now, Sean, I think it was, it was earlier in the stream. Sean was like, now does The Hobbit drag it down a little bit? And I'm like, no, because you got to look at it like the original trilogy of Star Wars and the prequels, two different eras. It was very similar in terms of like The Hobbit had a lot more CGI and things going on and this and that. But no, I love Lord of the Rings. I only pretty much like two things more than Lord of the Rings, and it's like Star Wars and Harry Potter, if we're excluding superheroes and things.
Gotta get the Lord of the Rings and put it over here in the nice part, and then everything else that's come out, The Hobbit, The Rings of Power, just fucking put it over there somewhere, ignore it.
Yeah, I haven't watched Rings of Power just because I haven't heard good things about it. And
it's absolutely awful.
Yeah.
But then the quick one. The extended edition. You get the appendices.
Yeah.
Basically, Amazon
we're getting into it, Ayush.
Amazon got the rights to like 2 pages and then did an adaptation, and it's fucking awful. Basically, is what happened, because the Tolkien family didn't want to give them the Silmarillion, which is a whole other thing that would have fucking blew their minds. It's a big rabbit hole. But everything but the Lord of the Rings. Let's just have the Lord of the Rings here and enjoy it. And everything else can fuck off.
That's so weird that like the whole like all the licensing issues and everything. It's I don't know. It's so weird how all that was just like shaking that TV show all the way up. So,
all right.
So someone giving you love for that Happy Gilmore hat, Sean.
Dude, $5 Target.
That is a fire hat.
It was in the dollar spot when you first walk in. My kids dragged me over, and I'm like, yeah, sure, you can get something from the dollar thing. And I didn't expect to see anything, and there was 2 copies of this badass hat left. I love the little captain little stripe on these. It's like that little ropey thing. I'm a sucker for that, and if it's a cool hat, like I'll rock it. Okay, so you guys obviously been into it. You haven't left it. You've probably revisited. It's on replay gang for you. Let's talk a little bit about the history of Lego Lord of the Rings. Obviously, before this itch was scratched by the Lego group coming out with 2 absolute, look, whether I'm super into it at the moment or not, we can't deny 2 absolute flamethrowers, Hetors, whatever you want to call them, have dropped on us. Curious to see how it all plays out with the Rivendell versus the Barak snake, whatever it's called. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not going to try to pronounce it correctly. Barud-dur, whatever the fuck it is. Anyway, people so far, because everybody likes comparing things just to do it, people are saying Rivendell over that. I agree, even without seeing it. Like, if I had to pick one, I think just because it's more normie, it's more sprawling, it's more my style. But walk me. I say all that to say this. Walk me through the history of Lord of the Rings. What years roughly were the sets? And I think is this a case of Bricklink being monitored by? Let me ask you this. We're going to go through some history, but why is this happening right now? Is it because of Rings of Power, you think? Is it a combination of that and they're seeing what's happening on Bricklink? Because these other sets and figs are going bonkers, right? Even before all this.
Yeah, I mean, I think Rings of Power, there was a lot of hype before it came out. Obviously, the $1 billion or whatever was reported that Amazon was putting into it. Everyone thought, oh, Lord of the Rings is back finally, because we've had basically nothing since the Hobbit trilogy, other than games and the like. So I think a combination of that and Lego building out their icons theme just kind of went hand in hand of, okay, we can revisit it as a one-off. We don't have to commit to a wave or two. Let's just throw something out that we've never done and see how that goes. If it sucks, then we'll just leave it at that. But obviously that didn't happen. So
how long did the Lord of the Rings line last for? It was 2 years, wasn't it? Was it 12 and 13? Was that like
12
the
and
Lord of the
13,
Rings before they bring
short.
the Hobbit out? The Hobbit line came out after, but the Lord of the Rings only had like a 2-year slot.
yeah, I think
waves.
Hobbit interlaced with that in 13 to 14, I believe. But yeah, 2012 is when Rings started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I agree with you. I think
Unfortunately,
Rivendell capitalized off the hype of Rings of Power, but luckily, because it's Lord of the Rings and not the Rings of Power, it stuck really well.
Yeah.
And then I think because Rivendell did so well, I mean, it was like wasn't like one of the best sold sets of the year for them. I think because of that, they went, oh well, let's do this as well then, and this and but the problem it's causing is not everyone can buy. I mean, those two together is what in I don't know what it is in US, but it's like nearly 1,000.
Yeah, it's not 960 for us.
So not everyone can buy both of them. So I think, if anything, what it's doing is maybe Lego are doing it as, let's see how they both do, and maybe we can get away with another wave of them, maybe, or something like that. Maybe like the smaller wave, maybe a whole main line of them.
It's interesting that unfortunately, we didn't get Lord of the Rings for very long, and it was in the smack dab in the middle of my dark age. Well, maybe slightly towards the end of it. I first bought Lego again in 2015. So I guess 3-4 years ish after Lord of the Rings was around. But so I mean, as much as I love Lego and I love Lord of the Rings, I've never ever purchased a Lord of the Rings or built a Lord of the Rings Lord of the Rings Lego set. So definitely gonna get Rivendell at some point. I think I do like Rivendell a lot more. But I think another reason why Rivendell did so good is like, I heard of so many people buying that set and they've never even seen the Lord of the Rings movie.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
They're like,
exactly.
this thing just looks incredible anyway.
There's people calling it the
Like-
goat just straight up that don't care about it.
They say,
that's-
I love Rivendell. That's what they say.
Yeah.
I love Rivendell. It's my
Rivendell's
favorite
cool.
set. That's what they say.
It's the only. So my missus has never seen the Lord of the Rings whatsoever, but it's her favorite set that I have, and she loves looking at it. And I think just from like a normal consumer kind of standpoint, it's just an absolutely beautiful set to look at, and like something that you could have on the bookcase behind you is a one-off, and everyone be like, oh, that looks pretty cool.
Another
Yeah,
thing I love
exactly.
about
And it's like, and then
Rivendell
you get
is-
double points if they know what it is too. You know, so either way, it's definitely.
Oh yeah,
There
there
she
she
is.
beautiful. Well, another great thing, like when you talk about like like a good like
Flexing.
like a one-off display piece. Obviously the whole thing is beautiful, but I love that you can take the fellowship scene out and just have the chairs and the the ring up on the stone, and that's a really cool. Like I love when sets have like it's a big set, but then you can pluck one thing out of it. Like Friends Central Perk, you can pluck the couch and the carpet and the other chair just right out on the coffee table and just kind of have that little iconic display piece.
Yeah, they did that with Office too. You could pull out Michael's
Yeah.
office. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
Friends I think that was one of the first times that I remember them doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, see, and the
Little
tree
set.
too the tree is on it, bro. That
A good
is
tree. A good
now,
tree.
this will kick something. Like I know we're getting a little, because there is a little bit of more Lego Lord of the Rings history I want to touch on, but look how amazing just that looks. Lego, I get it. You want to sell us $500 Lord of the Rings sets, but can we get some $50 boys, please? I mean, look at the size of what he's holding right there. That is amazing, and you could sell that for $50, especially because if it came with, depending on how many figs.
I feel like there's a different. You could go about this a couple different ways, right? Like you could do a wave of like, I don't know, 4 or 5 sets maybe, and then when you total them up, you're already into, let's just call it 3 something, right? And they're just like, all right, well, if these people are this big enough diehards, why don't we just get it done in one fell swoop, and then it might also collect, might be able to get some normies. Like I definitely feel like Rivendell has brought some normies to the yard, even at its crazy high price point for most people. By normies, I don't mean dude walking across the mall, seeing it in a window, not even being a Lego guy. That's kind of a stretch, but I mean, I guess Lego normies, they're like, that's just beautiful, and I love that build, and I love the way it looks. That's what I mean by normie in that sense. But yeah, man, I think it's great. I'm definitely getting that one before it retires. I hopefully we'll end up with the other one, and I'm into it by then.
You've also got 10 years of gap, and 10 years
Barud
of
is not bringing any normies. I agree. I mean, I think people, that's a hot fig, and there's some hot figs in there, but like as far as like true blue, even Lego already into this shit normies, I don't know that Barud's gonna do that for people.
I've got like 3 things that I want to say, but before I say those, I do want to say it's very interesting that the first kind of original wave of Lord of the Rings was only a couple years or whatever, but we did get a video game. There was a Lord of the Rings video game. I never did play that one. I'd like to at some point. I mean, let me know in the chat, guys, or anybody on the panel if either of you guys played it. I know Sean probably didn't, but it's kind of interesting that it's weird. Like Lord of the Rings seems like a Lego theme that could be out for a while, but it was only out for like a couple years. But we still got a video game for it, so that's kind of another weird tidbit of like the Lego Lord of the Rings history. Somebody said the game was awesome. I'll have to play it.
By the way, in honor of Padawan being here, very, very good to see him. I was not ignoring this super from Kyle Stonelake. Dark Knight Trilogy is boring. Sean, you're boring me. Play that Freako anthem again. So here we go. The new song is a hit. Now, Padawan, I believe you may have seen a sneak preview of that because I didn't know if you were going to be up tonight. I think you liked it, but we're going to run it again. Once again, top song of the night is Annie Went Freako.
I remember the time when Annie went freako, when he grew up fast and Padme was his freako. Came out swinging his saber longer than a light pole. I remember, yeah I do. His midi-chlorian shot right through.
Good thing I was just taking notes that whole time. I wasn't really fully paying attention.
Okay. So, by the way, Cody, I mean, just layering it on here, we got Freako into light pole, which I mean, I didn't realize we did it. We went there 3 times, like
name a better trio than that. Come on.
We're bending words like M over here. I don't know what to tell you,
I'm about to come out with a diss track Kendrick Lamar style against Sean.
All right, that's fine. About Freako? All right, that's
because you're dissing Padme, bro. The disrespect.
It's not dissing Padme. The whole song's about Anakin. It's just
I know. I'm half kidding.
He was very aggressive. Hey, if you want to open up that can of worms, let's do it, man.
No, we can't diss each other, bro. People will know it's not real. We should diss other people, not each other.
That's true. Let's see.
I was gonna say I do have. So if we're done with Lord of the Rings history, if no one else,
I just wanted to breeze through it, get the perspective. Yeah, the hunger was there though. Either way, right, guys? I mean, the hype was there. I don't care what they say. They're watching the resale market. Tower of Orthanc was what were you guys saying? That was like 900, something like that.
Yeah,
that's the one right behind you, right? Yeah. So like
this guy right
here. Okay, I didn't know if that was a mock that you made or not. It's pretty big.
Yeah, no, it seemed massive at the time. I mean, it might have been the tallest at the time. It's hard to know with like the Eiffel Tower and those older ones, but it wasn't until I got the Saturn V rocket that I was like, okay, there's room to grow from there. So I think with this new Barad-dûr, you can definitely see where we are now compared to 10 years ago.
I put that in people's head, and now they just keep commenting it.
All thank over Barad-dûr. There's no way.
No, not a chance.
Is it not the same thing?
Barad-dûr.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
No, the 2 towers, bro. That's one of the 2 towers.
Oh, okay. So they're both black. Is that why people were saying black? Again, I'm open to it. I'm not dissing. I honestly don't know. It's why we recruited experts for this one. All right, guys, look, it's time we get into this thing. We've waited long enough. We're an hour and 34 minutes into this thing. 128 of you guys raging out there. Let's get into this bad boy here. Obviously, there are reviews out on Lego YouTube all over the place. A lot of our friends have made some stuff, so you guys obviously feel free to share your thoughts along with that as well.
If you respect yourself and you respect Lord of the Rings, you'll just go to Duck Bricks and watch that because He's a true fan. He's right on the money with
watched,
everything he says.
His name's gone out of my head. Who's Solid Bricks? What's his name? His name's not in my head.
Oh, what, David?
David. I watched David's review, and like there were bits in it he didn't know, and I was just like losing my mind. I was like, oh my god.
Watch Duck Brick's review.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
It's really long too. It's great.
What's the third best podcast after Joe Rogan and Acob? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's see.
Land
YouTube. All right, so guys, look. Here it is. Here's the set. Right off the rip, though, I mean, you can't help but be impressed, whether or not you fully know the content or anything. Obviously, girthy boy, almost 2 feet tall, I believe, or just over. We can get the stats, but it's
close to 3.
Here's an example where the black box art just hits, man.
Black box art works right here.
Look at that side. Look at the side of that box.
Oh, the side.
Side of that
Oh, that side box art, bro.
Yeah. You know. Just okay, so right off the rip, you know, because we have been bagging on black box art, but I will say totally works here. They just murdered it out, and then they put the nice orange glow. Shout out to that box, inspiration for the thumbnail for tonight. But here we go, right off the bat, Devil's Advocate. Are any of you guys? Could you slam 2 of these together? I know there's a little bit of chatter. They wish it was closed off, but I guess the other one wasn't. So, do you think it's a problem? You good with that?
I'm happy with this because at the end of the day, this isn't a play set; it's a display piece. So if you have that with in a display like this, you're not going to see the back. You're never going to look in it. I'm never going to have the figs ever inside that. It's going to be displayed out front, front and center. I'm going to build it, put it on the shelf, and I'm never going to see the inside of that again.
This is the first time I've looked at the back of this in 6 years.
Oh yeah.
So, and we hear that a lot, and that's interesting. I think that complaint, if you want to call it that, is from people usually who are building cities where you're kind of walking around it, right? So I think that doesn't apply here. This is obviously a shelfie boy. It's going to go there. Padawan, I know you're a very frequent duster, so you'll have to really break it out for this guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is I personally have no problem with it, and I like the fact that you get best of both worlds rather than just a closed off back, you know what I mean, or just another sort of architecture thing just to do it. I guess we can start here. Walk us through it, boys, and I got to grab a water.
I mean, fair play for the inspiration because in the books and in the films, well, the books have more, but they don't actually talk about the interior of Barad-dûr.
Yeah.
Nope.
So for them to kind of come up with their own thing, which I think is completely fair, you can't have it just like Technic inside. It would be horrendous. But I think they've done a really good job going from bottom to top.
No, well, they did a great job.
I'll be interested to see your guys' opinions when we get to the next level above this level. But, so I mean, yeah, I mean, like, you know, what exactly? I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, you can't just leave it, you know, blank on the inside or just like the Technic running through there. I mean, you gotta do something. And also too, it's like, does the, you know, interior really matter that like I still like, I love the UCS Millennium Falcon. It's only got 2 rooms and it's $800 set. Would I like it to have some more interior? Sure. But how often am I like taking all the panels off the UCS Falcon? Like that thing just looks beautiful and demands attention, and it's all about the presence. And something like this is really the same thing. I mean, obviously, like, you're not going to really be looking at the back of it too much, but obviously, you know, you got to put something there. So it's kind of a fun detail. I mean, you'll see, guys, when Sean gets back and he flips to the next couple slides, you know, kind of more of what's going on inside this thing, especially on the level right above this one. But I think so far, I mean, it looks pretty cool. Oh, someone's clicking. I think Sean can hear us. Oh, yes. So Sean, I don't know if you heard, but like, obviously in the source material, it doesn't really break down or discuss or show like what is necessarily inside this thing.
I heard Padawan saying in the books, but even in the films, it doesn't.
No, in the books and all films, the closest you get is in the Fellowship, they torture Gollum, and you get to see like that little bit. So that's basically all you get for like interior.
So this is kind of a bonus, do you think, that you actually get to realize what's inside of this thing?
I wouldn't say a bonus in terms of like, oh, they're expanding on the lore. because as you can see here on this, like, I don't think orcs would, have like a table set up
No.
like this.
I like that they have like a little lunch buffet though. It's a lot of fun.
Right, and it's fine that it's there, and it doesn't take anything away because, like I was just saying earlier, like, this is really about. This is a set that displays and commands attention and has presence, and the interior isn't going to be doing any of those things. It's just on the inside, and obviously you got to have something there. You can't just leave it blank. But
Yeah.
I like that, Lego's kind of having fun with this. Like, I believe on this level, I was watching Tiago's review. There's even like a menu of like stuff they could order, and obviously like that kind of organization with orcs and them eating is definitely not civilized at all. Like, there's
I think
no
it's still
way.
mean.
I think it's little nods. So there's a sticker in the back that says menu, or it says menu really awfully,
Right.
and then it's just a picture of a steak because the joke is that all they do is eat meat. They don't eat anything else.
Right.
The whole thing from the Two Towers, where he's like, looks like meat's back on the menu, boys, because that's all they eat.
Yeah.
And that's a little nod because I think in one of the bits there's a carrot, which is like a joke because they don't eat meat. They only eat meat.
Okay.
Sorry. So
Yeah.
How did we get the orc diner before Dex's diner? I think that's a
Right.
question everybody's asking.
And no, I mean, like,
Shout out to Jake on that one.
and it's to me, like, sure, like, would I maybe want something that's a
Maggie.
little more realistic, other than like orcs actually like dining around a table, because we know they wouldn't do that. But I don't know. I think it's a fun, kind of playful.
I'm saying this is where you get the people coming out saying, "But it's a kid's toy." But then you go, "It's an 18 plus." It's like,
Yeah. But for me, like, if they, business in the front, party in the back, So I mean, like, and I was saying earlier, I don't know if Sean, if you heard this when you were gone, but I was talking about like a set like the UCS Falcon. It's $800, and it looks beautiful. It has amazing presence, commands attention. But how often are you really taking off the panels and looking at the rooms? Like, would it be nice to have a couple more interior rooms in the UCS Falcon? Sure.
Yeah.
But does it need it? Meh.
Okay, so there's a designer interview out there. We should probably all check that out, where they said they were allowed free reign on the interior and they had fun with it. Look, this is one of those things where I categorize as, for me, it's the whole surprise and delight thing. Like, they didn't have to do this, and or maybe they did to say
they had to put something there.
You had to put something in there, and they were threading a needle of, we have to do something.
Correct.
We have to try not to upset people.
Solid, right? It can't be solid. They can't do nothing. So, like, I get that, but like, this is one of those times where, to me, I feel like this back is, in fact, a bonus if you want it to be. And I'm sure you guys will get a little warm and fuzz when you do every 5 years swivel it around. You go, oh yeah, it's pretty cool back there. So. Yeah. And it's fine. We all know what ends up happening. You put it on the shelf, and there it is. But you still, as you're talking, for some people that aren't as committed as you guys at buying this thing, the people that are off on the fence, this helps get people off that fence with a value add, and I think that's big for them too. So
I think those minifigures are definitely a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. But anytime you can put three things together, you're right, Brent. I mean, that's as big a draw as anything. Obviously, the figs always are, but when you can combine like three sort of heater factors into anything, like, it makes it pretty hard to resist, and it's tough to nail 3 A+ awesome things. Now, is this interior probably the least attractive thing besides the overall thing itself and the figures? Yes, but I think it's cool that you get to. I personally think it's cool that they can have a little bit of fun, free reign, possibly expand the lore. This will find its way into other media, I'm sure, at some point, even if it's just like fan fiction. So I'm down for it. Brent had to go grab something. Sorry, I didn't know how deep you guys were in on this, or do you want to move on to the next room?
No, I can move on to the next room.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So here you have Palpatine's throne, and now is this First Order? I don't know. I'm kidding. Well, this is Sauron's throne.
I mean, if you look too deep into the lore, I mean, realistically, so in the Lord, so for example, in the Lord of the Rings as we know it, the trilogy, he isn't actually a material being, but you could say that in the Second Age, when he built Barad-dûr, he had a throne room because he was actually a being, a physical being. But of the time of the Lord of the Rings, he's only like a mystical entity. He's not actually. He needs the ring back to become physical again. That's the
Gotcha.
You could say it shouldn't be there, but you also could say, well, it was there from before. So if you want to be anal.
And by the way, I did see that he got the hand chop from the broken sword. I made it through that. That was very emotional. And then I got the Frodo, or I got the Bilbo's birthday, and I fell off. So I've made it to Bilbo's birthday, just as a progress report for everybody. That's where I am in my rewatch. The Bilbo birthday bash, and that's probably honestly top. I'm gonna go 3. Top 3 most fun names to ever say is Bilbo Baggins. Like that's Baggins. It's tremendous. What a great name.
111 years old.
There you go. Yeah, I like. He's like he turned 111. He's like, I don't know, man. I'm just getting tired. I'm like, you think? It wasn't meant to be funny, but I mean, like, look, if my 2 cents matters, I think this is cool. It's menacing. It fits the whole thing. I do love the First Order flags on the side. Yeah, I mean,
I can't unsee that now.
I mean, dude, it's kind of cool to see another throne room besides the ones we get, every 2 years.
It's cool to have, though. It's very much welcomed. That I think it looks pretty cool.
I wonder if there's going to be any psychos who break this thing down and just do, kind of what you did with Rivendell, where you're just pulling pieces out of it, and just doing little mini dioramas. I don't know if it's good enough for that. Like this, maybe. But even then, it looks like it's part of something else. So I don't know if that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah, the execution on that tree thing you showed, that could be a standalone set, and it would have sold like mad. So, Cody, what are you thinking on this thing?
All right, so this portion also has that play feature. There's that knob on the front there, and when that gets pulled out, that's going to separate the throne. Probably the next picture might have what happens there. It's going to pull out the Palantir from behind there.
Butcher.
So yeah, that might be the next picture, maybe, Sean.
Okay.
Brings out the Palantir.
Is this it?
No.
Sorry, did you say the planters?
Palantir. That was the bit that David was like, "Oh, there's the Shire, and then there's this white tree on the back that I don't know what is." And I was like, "Oh, are you for real?"
Keep cycling through. It's got to be in there somewhere.
More than me. So, all right.
That's gotta be, unless it's only in the video portion. Where they'll show it in the video portion part. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
So that pulls out from behind the throne. So that ball there is basically how Sauron communicates with Saruman. It's sort of a long distance communication device for all intents and purposes. But anyways, on that specific piece, there's a burning white tree, which in the first movie, or this is in the third movie. This is shown to Pippin. It's kind of Sauron's plan of destroying Gondor, basically. That's the tree at Minas Tirith. So it shows that aflame of what he intends to do. And then on the back of that head, it's a different print. It's the Shire on fire. And it's from the first movie where Frodo is with Galadriel and he sees what could happen if they don't act. Basically the Shire burning and the world, going to shit.
Gotcha. Let me see. All right, so going back through, we're done here. Let's cover these 2 rooms here. Are you guys seeing this or no?
Yeah.
These are horrible pictures because there's like
all right, I'll try to
there's 6 or 7 stickers that are in these sections. They look really great, but the pictures do not do them justice.
But you got a lot. Was it the library and the name's gone. But there's a library and another room, and I mean they're done really well for the space they've used, definitely. But would I see Sauron having a cheeky library in his house? No.
Yeah. Well, it kind of it just lends itself right into
A model
the
of
whole
a fell
theme
beast.
Yeah.
Oh, GWP is awful.
Yeah. Hey, at
Yeah,
least that
these two rooms are
GWP
just.
We'll we'll
filling
get
it
into
out.
that.
Yeah, I'll save my thoughts for the GWP. But
I
Yeah,
actually like this take by Brad. It's like, yeah, because they're like, what do these villains think they're gonna do once they've destroyed everything? Especially the ones who are just interested in destroying everything. It's like, I guess that makes a more compelling villain because they don't care, like that's the kind of the point of it.
yeah.
But it is a definite trope that needs to be discussed. Like, I just want fire and chaos everywhere and death, and then I'm happy. Like, okay, but what's next? Like, or maybe that's it. Then they peace out. I have no idea. Sauron's about order and not destruction. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they all have, they got to have another dynamic to make them interesting. But yeah,
it's a typical. It's typical faction war, isn't it? He doesn't want the era of men and elves, so he wants them gone so he can have his own era type thing. It's all about power. It's all it ever is.
We'll get into the G-dub, but good topic. What do you think that's gonna go for? Like, give me the answer out of the gate, and then I don't know, 3 to 6 months in.
Well, the fig's not exclusive, is it?
It's
No.
probably exclusive because it's been so long since they
It might have
done
a
that
slightly
print.
different. Yeah,
But there's
okay.
no like the hood piece isn't
yeah.
isn't like
It's just a standard ring wraith. We all thought we were going to get the Witch King of Angmar, but that's.
Yeah, right.
But they let us down hard on that. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
If you're buying this for just the GWP, then you're buying it for the wrong reason.
Yeah. I mean,
I think 100 to 150 is where we're gonna land with it, just because you can only get it with this. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have a pretty short window, I think. So
Yep.
And
only
for completionists alone, that's going to be a big draw. So,
Yeah.
even if it's subpar. Any takes on the execution? Obviously, the eye is most iconic part of that. It's been shown in a lot of the promo materials, all that. You guys happy with this? I do like the little. This looks like highlights. Is this brown going on here? Orange?
I don't know what that is specifically, but they did use a lot of orange and brown throughout, which is great.
Yeah.
Just as like a color gradient for lighting instead of all black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is fantastic. As far as this top portion, they did show in the LAN release video or whatever, you could stack multiple portions of this tower on top of one another. They were kind of, stupid about it and just, we'll throw 3 on top, and it looks ridiculous because it's 5 feet in the air and it's so skinny, and you're gonna buy 3 of these sets. But I would like to see it done with maybe one portion, just to maybe get us to the height that feels good. But again, I don't know where that break is in the tower, if you just need half of this section or one full section. But as far as the details on the outside, it's great.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you could put just one more half section on, I think it would just make it that
like the bottom part of this picture, basically. I feel like
yeah.
But
I think the execution of the outside was really good. I was worried about the eye more than anything, and I think they nailed it.
Yep.
I was like, how are they going to do the eye? How are they going to have it like almost like the floating eye? But they've done it really well. If I really want to nitpick, and it was the one thing that I just couldn't get over, was to the part where they showed Mount Doom, or not necessarily Mount Doom, but the plains of Gorgoloth, which is the name of which is the plains of Mordor. The bit that goes around the centerpiece, the center part, the bit that goes around that, the rocky feature. If I was like, I wish they'd done it in just like dark grays and black. I think it's a bit too light for it.
Yeah.
Because if you look, the one scene you get where you if you visualize which one I'm on about, Cody, where they start at the bottom of Barad-dûr and they go all the way up it, it's
All the way up and
all
around,
black and grey.
yeah.
Like it's all dark and black and
No,
grey.
they went a little too light with it, but
Yeah, on the middle.
But like
section,
that's not ruined it for me or anything. It's like it's like the 0.1% of the rest of it. Is
which
like,
I wonder if they did a version in that darker color, and if they went A/B testing between the two, and we're like, yeah, we'll go with the light one, but no.
Because I'm not one for modifying my sets, but when I buy this, I'm gonna get loads of dark grey and replace all the bits with dark grey and just see how it looks.
Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't be. I wouldn't imagine that'd be too much of a chore. But the last bit I'll say about the build itself is it's about time for a revamp of the light brick. I hate the light bricks. They're weak and they suck. And it would be very nice for them to revamp it for a set like this, where it's such a big part of the set. You know, if you're just doing like a fireplace or whatever, who cares? But something like this.
Where you'd potentially want to leave it on. Like this should have gotten the not the watchtower, the lighthouse treatment, like something pretty substantial. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, how are they gonna let the lighthouse have a doper light feature than
I
this?
don't mean to breeze past this, but this entrance is pretty sick. The rock work, the lava work, all that stuff. I mean, I really like the build up around here. And obviously you got that fig, which we'll get into here in a second. Or actually, that wasn't even Sauron. That's going to be that's just armor, right? On a orc or
it's an orc. Yep.
Yeah, it's an orc. Yeah.
Killer, and you get a bunch of sets of it. I saw too, so that's pretty cool. But here it is, guys. This is what's bringing a lot of boys to the yard. Let's run it down. Give me your thoughts. Obviously, we're big into scoring and rankings here, but what do you think out of a 10 scale? Are you happy with this? Is this a 10 out of 10 for a fig lineup in both quantity, variety, and quality? What are you guys thinking here?
Oh, definitely. I think you've got the representation, especially of Barad-dûr and Mordor. You've got the representation there. The mouth of Sauron, and then Gothmog, which is the far right fig. Which actually, little thing for you, Gothmog isn't actually in the books at all. He's not a real character in the Lord of the Rings lore. But the reason they put him in is because how can you have an army without a leader on the battlefield? So that's why he got put in, so that the audience could understand it better. That's why they put him in, which I think is really cool. And then I think the Sam and the Frodo are the same ones in Rivendell, which you know, but you can't have this without them. And then the Gollum figure's new, I believe. I think it's a new version of him.
Oh, they mauled Gollum in this? Oh man.
Yeah. No, it's a new Gollum fig. It's his little like gray diaper thing is printed on. I don't know if it was printed on before, but it is a new face piece, or a face print, I should say. The eyes.
He's got no pupils, is he? I don't think.
Yeah, the eyes now are more kind of Lego-fied.
There we go, look at that.
The eyes on the old one. Yeah, Sean, full screen him real quick, or I can. It doesn't matter. One of us.
Who are we doing?
I can't believe that's the only Witch King of Angmar I've had.
Yes, it is.
Full screen stud like real quick. Unless
my bad.
I could do it, but
yeah.
Yes, perfect. I'm so glad you have this. I like that face more.
So there's actually two different faces. There's this face, and there's his eyes are more squinted in the Hobbit version one. But the eyes make it.
Yeah, like make him have crazy eyes. It's Gollum, like.
Okay, so he
did
printed
have
on, but the new one is a little more molded.
Oh, okay.
I think is the difference there. Okay. But yeah, definitely the old one. I think the old one kills the new one.
God, those are some heater.
Hey man, that's not a Seanism. I mean, the mauling works. It's a good double entendre. So they're like mauling these figures, like.
Oh yeah, I mean.
So obviously, so for me, coming into this, and we'll get into it, and I'll do my homework and all that. But obviously, Sauron in the mouth, by far. I'm wondering long term. I mean, these two will be neck and neck in price, I'd imagine. Over
the mouth of Sauron was already one of like the top 5 most expensive Lord of the Rings figs from when it previously came out.
Yeah. Okay.
But definitely.
But this one here, I mean, we'll have to see, and we'll have everyone's calling for Figonomics on Lord of the Rings. We definitely, when that time
Everything's
comes,
expensive.
yeah, everything will be very expensive. But
It's
I mean, just
short
for
story,
me
it's all
as a normie right here, right now. I mean, yeah, obviously, and you can see the way they positioned it in the promo too. Those are definitely the heaters for me here. Agree with the Gollum eyes. I knew something. I knew they got the shape right on the mold, but something was throwing me off. And definitely after showing me the eyes on the other one, yeah, it's pretty.
One last thing I will say is
Yep.
a term that Duck brought up was element frames. So element frames is basically the budget that the designers have for the set or the theme of what they're allowed to have as a recolor piece, a new piece, or a print, a new print on a piece. So they have only a certain amount of budget they can use per set or per theme when they make something new. So something like this, they had to use that up on all these new helmet molds, not only for Sauron and the mouth, but also the little pack that comes for all the orcs as well. It seems like they basically used all that budget on the figs, and that's why they're so fantastically done in this set. Even to the extent of, yeah, Frodo and Sam, they're a reuse. That kind of sucks, but they gave them each their own unique helmet that they wear in the movie, which are similar helmets. They could have got away with putting the same helmet on the two of them, but they're unique to each character themselves. I don't know that that's something you would see in every other Lego theme, but it's something we've seen so far in Lord of the Rings, and it's fantastic. So I'll leave it there, I guess.
But I will say I also like for the grunts, as it were, that they seem to have they're all unique too. They could have sold out and gave you 2 of each and had them be the exact same, or 3 of the same species or whatever, all in the same uni, but they didn't do that. I mean, they're all unique. And
because if you look in the films, if you put 10 orcs next to each other on Pelennor Fields in the big battle, if you put 10 orcs next to each other, they're all different. None of them are the same thing. None of them look the same.
Yeah, they don't have unis. They don't have all unique uniforms. Yeah. No, that's cool. Back of the box again. It's just working with that ominous orange coming out of the background.
It's kind of a cool sized box. I don't know what else they've used this. Is this like maybe Eiffel Tower? Yeah.
Avengers Tower?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say, that you're right. I think it feels like that. It could even be Eiffel too. I feel like Eiffel's probably bigger if memory serves, but Brent's wetting his whistle right now because he knows what time it is. Brent, we've got a model with fantastic cheekbones checking this thing out. What is he saying to this set, Brent?
Jesus Christ. So what this model is saying is that, why am I modeling next to Lego when I'm usually modeling in my underwear? What is a Lord of the Ring? What are the rings? Are they cool? Why does this thing have one eye? Is this a person? Is this a character? What is this? Is this a lighthouse? Is there somebody looking through a telescope on the inside that can see out through the eye? This guy definitely has never watched Lord of the Rings before, so I'm just trying to think of things.
And all I would add is, to build on what Cody was saying earlier, is like, I paid $500 for this thing. This is the light that I got out of this. This is supposed to be my favorite part. And then he goes, Dad, $500. Then he asked Dad for more line of credit on his dad's credit card. That's what I think is happening here. He's like, Dad, can I get a light up brick for this? Because this one sucks. Light my brick, Daddy. Light my brick.
You're right, Padawan. The rock work there is pretty light, especially in this image.
It's so light, yeah.
It's very. It draws you right to it, and you're like, but
yeah, it should be a lot more darker,
Mark, you're saying is the aspect ratio I'm zooming, so here I can zoom out.
Although the coloring of this image is weird, it's like hardly orange at all.
Oh, you know what? Actually, looking at
maybe
this versus, no, it's the same. I was gonna say maybe he's wider, but no, this is right. This is the scale, Mark, I think, if that's what you're saying. Did they squish it? I know people have had problems shooting it. I've seen videos where people are putting vertical in, you know, like on their reviews, like just straight up breaking the portrait landscape rule. And here's, you know, after you've gone fishing, you know, you're going to get home.
Yeah.
you've got your tower here. So
because in one of the other photos that was on Instagram, I saw they put Rivendell next to it where the lamp is. They put Rivendell next to it, and it just looks, you know, it is polar opposites, one and the other, light and the dark. It looked really good, and it's what I'm looking forward to doing. If it fits, how wide is it? Sean, how wide is it?
Right here, I can pull it up. Let me get through the
that model did look like he was photoshopped in.
Anything in these pics? Let me bounce out of this. I'll get you your specs here.
Right,
so it's usually down here, right? It's on the box too. I don't know if I can grab it though. Let's see if the resolution's good enough. All right.
This is the one thing I didn't show.
Isn't it usually on the box?
It usually is on this page that you're on.
So yeah, so if you go down,
I'll get it here.
If you go down the page,
17.5 inches wide, or 45 inches, or 45 centimeters. Sorry.
Like a taller Disney.
Can we just do inches because we're in
17.5 inches.
Okay.
What centimeters?
45.
Oh, I think I fucked it. Oh no.
So foot and a half wide.
I fucked it.
That's because you went with centimeters, Padawan. We're trying to help you.
Do you think you had a spot for it?
Got enough room?
So there's Rivendell. You see that? There's Rivendell. And I was going to have, if I just... I was going to have it here. So
no way it fits in there.
And all them piss off. And was going to put it there. But I don't think it's wide enough, which has really fucking annoyed me. So
that would have made it height-wise between those two? Or would you?
So you can take the shelves out. So I'll just take those out.
Yeah. Oh, you would have taken both shelves out. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Because it goes up to basically where the helmets are. It goes up to there. I think I had measured the height, but I never measured the width.
Dude, then you'd have to shift the helmets over too. You got a lot of work to do, man.
Well, behind the camera, there's more shelves going there, and that's basically where everything but Star Wars is going to go. So
nice. Now I will say, like, you know, that was one thing that I think I saw Tiago point out, that like Rivendell is much easier to display because it's not insanely tall. So, but it's a bigger footprint though. So now I don't know about you guys, but I see this and I'm like, bro, can we get a Darth Vader's castle like this? Lego, can you guys give us a Darth Vader's castle for $400?
Give them free reign, right, on this interior that
bro,
give us
a $400 Lego, $400 freaking Darth Vader's castle. God, that'd be so sick.
Animal Rage is going to put it next to the mall, so there's two black things with creepy eyes. I like that.
Oh, nice.
Next to Gru's house. Shout out to Gru's house. That's on my list, man. I want that. MBS Vader's Castle. Yeah. I don't know, man. There's still, I think those are still for retail, aren't they? That Vader's Castle.
No, it's like it's above 200 now. It's like,
is it finally? Okay. Yeah, I don't know that one did. I don't know if that it didn't do well.
I think it's because it was an Amazon exclusive. It was available for long. It was like even available for retail a little bit after it retired from Lego, I think.
All right, guys, let's get into for good on the set. But I mean, overall, again, part of this analysis, I think, is just like talking through it, pros and cons. Overall, largely pros, I think, from the whole panel. You boys are happy? Did this meet, exceed, or about what you thought as far as expectations?
I think it beat expectations for me. I mean, it's pretty same to the what are they the survey review leak thing, blah blah blah. I think it was pretty similar to that. So I'm glad they absolutely nailed it. For me, it's like a 9.5 out of 10, easy, and I'm going to be day one there to buy it. So regardless of the GWP being absolutely awful, but
yeah, one cool thing I do like about the Sauron minifigure is that you take the helmet off and he's got a face print.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I don't know if I missed that while you guys were gone or while I was gone, but
nope.
Yeah, there's a
I
face
think it's
print
in
under
one of
there.
the
That's pretty sick.
thumbnail. Yeah, right here. Yeah. Is that it? Yeah. So
No, that's a different thing.
No, that's the
different thing.
Palantir.
I've seen it though, and it's kind of like, yeah. Okay. Sorry.
It's basically how they described him in the books, how
Got
they
it.
described what he looked like
Yeah,
in the books.
I got a good picture of it right here. I could just.
As a necromancer, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Let me.
There's the face underneath.
Yeah.
Sauron's
Literal
helmet.
heater. Look at him right
Dude,
there.
yeah, I'm saying you could use this. You can use this head as that'll be an expensive piece if they only ever make it for this set. But you could use that for a sig fig.
So let's say Mexico doesn't do their thing on this. What are you guys thinking? Are we talking like $150 more right out of the gate?
Yeah, I reckon.
My question with Mexico is, does it get weird when does Sauron's helmet piece, does that come in like its own little plastic bag? Because I think if it does, because it's rubberized, that could throw off these factory leaks.
Yeah, and you're not going to have a lot of people. Well, I guess over time you'll have people parting them out, but probably not off the rip. I wouldn't think so. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's rubber as well, this helmet piece, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I think
So,
both
which
of
is
them
nice.
are. The mouth is too. I think it's that softer
You ain't
material.
got to worry about breaking it or whatever it may be.
I do love this feature in this picture right here, though, where that like throne opens up.
Video looking head. That's funny.
Video looking head.
Okay, the G-dub that's not on the site yet, right? I don't think.
No.
Okay, so we'll have to bounce
Instagram
back
for that.
The
out.
Falcon Nest has it.
All right, before we get in on that, while you find that, and before Padawan tears it apart, let's talk about history of Lord of the Rings GWPs. So obviously, with the Rivendell release, we had those phenomenal brickheads that you could go and buy for $15, or you could get one for free if you bought the set, which was ridiculous. But back in the day, in 2012, there was also a GWP going at the time, and it was the Hulk polybag.
Oh yeah.
So the Hulk, the Avenger sets came out a month prior in May of 2012, and they were running that Comet Green Hulk polybag, and it was still running when Lord of the Rings hit a month later, and I got probably 5 or 6 of those when ordering all the Lord of the Rings sets when those first released.
Nice.
That's
So
awesome.
I think this might be the best one, even though it's not as great as it should have been, but it's at least on theme and it's exclusive. So
Yeah.
that's something.
I'm feeling a little bit of FOMO on this one. Like, I'm definitely not picking this up D1. I'm not going to be a D1B for this because, it's like a week before Chicago. So definitely won't be picking it up. But, yeah, I'm kind of, feeling a little regretful that I'll miss out on this. But
The rumors didn't help this.
No.
yeah.
Rumors didn't help at all. We were told we were going to get a GWP with 3 figs. So we all immediately thought, and we were all talking about it in Discord, was it was either going to be, we all thought 100% it was going to be Witch King of Angmar. So it'd be Witch King of Angmar, Eowyn, Theoden, Witch King of Angmar, Eowyn, Merry, Witch King of Angmar, Gandalf, and Pippin. They were the 3 options that we thought were going to happen. And then they come out with this fucking thing that has just a boring old ring wraith on it. So it's not even the Witch King of Angmar. Because we haven't got a Witch King of Angmar figure apart from the Hobbit version.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we get a boring old.
That
ring
looks
wraith.
bad. That picture looks bad.
It's like a snake, a xenomorph from Aliens, and a bat had sex and come out with this.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
It's just like the wings are weak. There's no eyes on it. It's very skinny. Like it's just naff.
Now you guys might have said it because you're speaking a bunch of language I don't fully understand. It's not the accent, Padawan. I love that. This figure though, what is this figure a draw with this or?
It's
Well,
basically this.
But
Yeah.
it is an exclusive fig though. It is different.
Yes.
Here,
Okay.
Yeah,
just
it's
gonna
probably
show-
got
pull it
slightly
up again.
different torso printing. But if you want
Throw it up against the legs.
if you want the 8 ring race and then the Witch King of Angmar,
Yeah, there you go. That's
So even though we don't love the build, there'll still be some hype around the fig, and again, completionists will want to have it. So
I mean, you could, if you really want to, you could get this as a GWP and then buy 8 more from the older sets, and then you've got the complete 9 of the nine kings.
Because it's just the torso and the cape that you really need that are exclusive from the old ones. What I will say is, if this was any other theme, assuming that you would get something like a Witch King in a GWP would be absolutely insane for them to do an exclusive. But I'm just saying that the helmet mold itself was what I'm saying is a piece like that in a GWP sounds crazy. You know, Revan is Revan, but again, that's just printed parts that they already have. But the fact that it's Lord of the Rings and we're not getting full waves of sets, I think that kind of led us to believe, okay, maybe it could be the Witch King because it lines up with everything else we heard about the set. Hopefully that means that he's coming in the future, possibly, but it sucks for the set, and the build doesn't help at all. The wings, like you said, are too thin. The neck is too short. The tail is too short.
Hopefully the conversation at Lego kind of went like, oh yeah, we could do this Witch King thing, but if we did, we would lock it behind, a GWP when people would only have like 1 week to get it. And so if we give them this, then we can come out with the Witch King as a set. And I don't know.
But going back to what you said about the budget, I mean, I'd rather have this be weak than them say not throw in Sauron and pay the money to put his helmet mold in there. So I would rather have, if it was all purely budget, which I hope that's what it was, like, oh, okay, we're gonna have to put a ring wraith in because we can't afford it. That's fair, that's fair enough, because I'd rather them sacrifice on this and then not on the main event. Do you know what I mean?
We could have got the brickheads again. We could have got the new Legolas and Gimli ones coming out.
That's what I figured it was gonna
that would have sucked. This picture right here, if you're not gonna open it, the box looks pretty cool. With the red, this exact image here, it kind of hides how short and stubby it is. The back of the box looks horrible, but this right here, this is okay.
I say I'm not going to build it, but I'm going to display the box. I'm going to display the GWP because it looks really good. But as a build, it's awful. It's fucking awful.
Yep.
Agreed.
All right, so there you go. But I will say, for me, again, casual observer, I've said what I said. I think I like adequately girthy. I think at 269 pieces. The build, sure. I do like that there's a figgy with it, obviously, and it is unique, even if it's just a torso, and that's always fun, right? So it's like not exactly what you wanted, but I think given the whole package, I feel like still all right overall. Yeah. So there you go. How not to build a dragon.
That's really funny.
People are pre-listing it for 130 to 200. Yeah, I don't know. What do you like? The question is, what's going to be worth more over time, this or the Sauron fig?
I think this is going to be almost identical to the, what do we just have? The Dungeons and Dragons GWP and set release. Yeah. Very expensive set. You can only buy that set to get the GWP. It was whatever it was. It was it was like the treasure chest thing, the
physical playmat or something, or
no, there was like an actual
like a box
set
to roll dice.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
But anyways, that GWP exploded because it sold out pretty quick. You can only get it on that set. Yeah. So I think this is going to be almost identical to that.
What was what's that one?
That's what it was.
What's that one going for now?
I mean, right away it was up at like 120, 130. I don't know what it's risen to since then, but it sold out pretty quick.
I'll take a spin.
Yeah, the Mimic, that's what it was called.
I just hope this main wave is a gateway. Sorry, I'm hoping this is a gateway to a potential main wave in a couple of years, especially with the new 2 films coming out about the Gollum and Peter Jackson returning with Andy Serkis directing. Hopefully it can open the floodgates to more sets.
Oh, so that's happening. Like
we need to build an army, man.
There's people asking for a lot, but low 100s right now.
Okay.
There's maniacs asking 3, but I'm seeing some buy it now as low as 106 on that.
Yeah.
I think I worked out. I wanted at one point. I was like, I'm gonna recreate a mock and do the Battle of Pelennor Fields with the Ride of the Rohirrim. My favorite, the best scene of all time in cinema.
Yeah.
And I was like, how much is this going to cost me? Let's work it out. And I worked it out, and it was like 40 grand to spend to get all the figs to make like, you know, to have like a sizable army to like make it look realistic. It was going to cost me like 45.
See,
I've bought a lot of clone battle packs, but if they put out like Orc and
that's what I'm saying, bro. Think of the freaking possibilities, like of all the different battle packs. That's what one of my notes was that I made. Like not only like, you know, the potential of battle packs that they could do for like the Lord of the Rings world, but just like even like, I mean, I can think of so many mainline sets they can do out of a wave. Like, I mean, everybody knows the Shire, so they could do Bilbo's house. Like, that's gonna sell easily. I mean, Helm's Deep, come on, like there's your $160 set right there. Bilbo's house would be your $80 to $100 set right there, and then you can do a couple $50 sets. Give us some battle packs, and I mean, there you got yourself a wave. So
I guess starting from there, if we're assuming this is a yearly thing and we're just getting one giant set, what do you want for next year, Padawan?
I said to you on Instagram how cool would it be to do the Master Builder series of Skiliath. You know, the forward defensive position of Minas Tirith. But there's multiple. Again, it all comes down to price. So I don't think a sizable Minas Tirith is doable for it to look good. But it'd be like the first $1,000.
It'd have to be like super micro scale.
Yeah, you would. The only way you would get Minas Tirith done is if you did a micro scale.
Dude,
but
think about they could. Go ahead. I'm sorry. No,
I was going to say, I personally, because it's been so long, I think they should do a new Tower of Orthanc, but UCS style, like Barad-dûr, big time.
Yeah,
you know, they should do that. Maybe have a couple of scenes set at the bottom, you know, with a few Ents throwing rocks and. You know, similar to basically the old Orthanc set, but then on a bigger scale.
There's like a couple characters I'm thinking of that are big characters that you could do a big build of, like almost like in a Chewbacca form. Like, dude, the Ents. Imagine a big ass tree with a face, and they could put a feature.
$200 Ent would be awesome.
Yeah, dude, $200 Ent, and like, okay, so obviously Lord of the Rings is not my top franchise, so I don't know like the names of the characters super well, but at the very can we talk about the Firehawk now? So in the beginning of Fellowship, where like Sauron is huge, right? That's Sauron, right? That's still the same guy, the big version of him. They could do a big buildable Sauron, bro.
Well, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be insane. You could slice his fingers off, like
that would be sick.
But there's more. There is so much potential.
Sounds like Star Wars anytime soon.
You could build like an MBS Edoras or something along those lines. It's the possibilities are endless, but they'd have to be big. If they're doing one per year, they'd have to be like either a big MBS set or they'd have to be like a UCS style one like they've already been doing.
Exactly.
Rushing it in the Girth gang. When are we getting to human jobs? The helmet, like the Star Wars ones. That'd be cool. Yeah. Whoa. Look, I think the bigger question we need to ask is like, are they going to base? I'm right here, right now. I'm interested in like, the future of this thing. So like, what does this tell us? You know, it's like, okay, we know that we can sell a $500 set, back to back years. What do they take with that? Does that make them think, yes, we need to give a wave with play sets, et cetera, when unfortunately they're moving away from that, it seems, as far as with these properties. I mean, I want to get the breakdown, and we could do it easily. I just haven't. It's on my list of things to do. But like, what is the number of play sets for Star Wars relative to all the other amalgamation of like other stuff they're doing? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, is it 50%? Has it reached that? Is it worse than that? And I'm talking like true blue play sets, like Tantive Hallway that aren't a diorama. It feels like, because I mean, we didn't get a true blue, even a Phantom Menace one, did we? I mean, it's all. Oh, I guess. Sorry, the infiltrator, but that's it. But back in the day, I mean, you could. Where's the Duel of Fates? This is crazy, that kind of thing. So,
no, they definitely should.
Even as a diorama,
yeah.
But again, even if that did happen, it would have been a diorama. So I guess what I'm saying is like this shift, this pivot is so hard into 18 plus. Like, is their head even at Are fathers sharing this with their sons at the rate of Star Wars? Probably it'll make. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, who would actually want a play set, or do you say fuck it? It doesn't matter. Enough adults will buy the play sets.
Yeah.
The thing is, from their standpoint, from Lego standpoint, if they did Rivendell, it was one of, if not the best selling set of the year, and then if the same happens, if history repeats itself with Barad-dûr, do they then go, marketing head on? Do they go, well, maybe we should do some play sets? Maybe that's what they want. They're going to think, how can we make the most money out of this? The easiest solution would be, let's just keep the trend going and do one set every year and make the money out of it. But from there, because I'm not a marketer, but from them, would they be like, we're making all this money from this, let's capitalize on this hype and do this? But that's why I said, are they going to wait for the films to come out to do that in a couple of years?
Yeah.
Which is realistic. It sounds realistic in our timeline.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't think they're done here. It's like, but what's the next move? Is it just continuing these, big girthy boy $500 boys repeatedly, or are they going to slow it down? I'm curious to see.
So I reckon 2025 will be another girthy boy, and then 2026 they'll have they'll release like 3 or 4, but at a cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, the new movies are going to bring people back to the archives. This is where the fathers will show their son, that kind of thing. Because, Star Wars has that going for forever, at least, for the foreseeable future, even despite all the damage.
Now, how expensive do you guys think they could make, like a Shire set, being mostly Bilbo's house, obviously? Because, I mean, if they really wanted to and they wanted to be like,
does it come with the birthday party? Because I could get the 500.
Dude, like Master Builder series, Bilbo's house with all the rooms and everything.
Hand with the ring as a GWP, because it goes right into that.
I think Hobbiton's next. I think they're going to go back, more light. Go with the green. I think they're going to do a bigger bag end, Bilbo's house.
Yeah.
Maybe do 2 other smaller Hobbit houses built down a hill. And then there's a tavern in the Shire, the Green Dragon.
Yeah.
I think you put that as like kind of the second build.
And the GWP could be freaking Gandalf riding in on that horse and buggy.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was actually gonna throw that into the Bilbo fantasy set. There you go.
Bro, give us a GWP.
That'd be sick.
I was going to say it could be Gandalf and Bilbo up on the hill smoking pipeweed.
Yeah,
dude, I love that scene.
They're doing those wand pieces now for Potter, the really intricate ones. They could do pipes.
Yep.
Dude.
Oh, they were.
I
did see that. They were blowing things through each
when you
other's,
rewatch, Sean, there'll be a scene early on in the Fellowship that you'll appreciate. Me and all my buddies,
I want it to be the Hobbits, though. I don't want it to be just Bag End and the 13 dwarves to get us some Hobbit stuff. No. I don't want that. Just give us like 15 Hobbits. That'd be perfect.
The bootleg fireworks coming out of the back. Yeah. If they do Bilbo's birthday, Sean will stop building the set halfway through. No, I'm right here, right now. I think I've got that at the level of human Jabba levels of excitement. If they do a Bilbo's birthday bash set, that will be the first and maybe only time we live build right here on this channel.
Well, if you want some real trivia here, Sean, it's also Frodo's birthday.
Oh,
the same day.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, I don't care.
No, I'm telling you, it is.
Okay.
In the movie, it might not be, but it is.
Okay. I hear you. I hear you, and I understand it's also his birthday, but this is Bilbo's birthday bash. There's no time for second tier players to have a celebrate. You know what I mean? Like you don't go to somebody else's birthday party and start talking about your birthday.
Could you guys imagine? And I know this is technically
that's something I teach my daughter. You don't do that, okay?
I'll tell you the dopest set that they would make that came from The Hobbit. I don't know if they made it before, and if they did, it was probably way too small. But can you guys imagine if they made a Smaug dragon, like a big, girthy, giant Smaug?
I think that's the most expensive Hobbit set is the one that he comes in as a molded As a molded
he's
dragon,
like
but he's like
smaller,
a
right,
regular sized dragon.
exactly.
He's not as
Bro, if
massive
they
as he
made a
needs to be.
freaking Ninjago $170 style dragon. Be fire.
Why don't they just make Ninjago dragons that are like $200 at this point? I don't care
Well,
about Ninjago, but that's
I think the most
cool.
expensive Ninjago dragon they've done is like 160, I think.
Okay, so they're getting
Oh,
there.
That's the set I want. A $400 buildable Balrog with the whip
Yeah,
Oh, that would be sick
and
too.
the sword. Like, yeah, that would be absolutely amazing.
that'd be
Like
crazy.
Bowser style, like that.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Because I can see that work. I can see that working kind of like that. Will Smog have a girthy butt?
Imagine making
just
a
like,
complete
dude, like,
black dragon.
Time
with
will
a
tell.
piece
I
on his
mean,
ass.
we'll see.
See, the thing about Smaug is like, if Lego still made the chrome gold coin piece, Smaug could just be sitting on a bunch of those, just sitting on a bunch of gold.
Somehow
looking
they
like a
can make the
boss.
chrome gold ring all these years, but nothing else can be chrome.
Yeah, right. What the
I don't
fuck? Why don't we have
understand.
the chrome gold
I don't
coin?
know.
Dude, I used to get, as a kid, bro, I used to get so fucking hyped with the chrome gold coins. Like you'd get like a PlayStation set.
There it is.
There you go.
Yeah. My precious.
Did the Marvel set forget the name of the movie with the rings?
Shang-Chi? Yes, I
Yes,
think it had.
Those
I
are
think
it had
it had
actual,
piece,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Ones. Yeah, that was actually.
I got both of them for like $12. I haven't opened.
Yeah, well, and both like one set came with 5, and the other one came with like 4. So like you were able
So
to
you got
get
9
quite
rings.
Yeah, you were able to get quite a few of those or something. I
Yeah,
forget the exact number.
but no, you know what they did? They split it between like there was a taxi and a dragon, I think, and I think they gave you like 6 and 4 and 1 and the other. Like,
oh yeah.
they're
Gotta
like,
get 'em
nah,
both.
if you want the 10, son, you're gonna have to.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was Shang-Chi and the 10 rings. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, nah, dog, nah, you're gonna need to buy both these pieces. And
Yeah.
I was like, damn you! And then they were both sitting there for, I don't know, both of them were less than the price of one set at that point. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, give me the 10.
Yeah, those were sitting at Target forever.
I cared so much, I didn't even know what the name of the movie is all these years. Like,
Shang-Chi.
oh man! All right,
I thought Shang-Chi was a pretty good movie. Honestly.
no, it was, but it's just like this stuff is so like interchangeable and forgettable, and I think that's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, that's probably a me thing. There's people who maybe still ride for that, but do I see a box of boys behind Stud Lake? Yeah. So if you guys are just
Several.
joining,
Hey.
whoops, if you guys are just joining, there it is. That's the real deal, man.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's amazing.
We're gonna have it. They're gonna be numbered right here.
Wait till you see the side box art.
Yeah, this one.
Ooh, beautiful. And then the other side box art with full price Jones.
There we go.
Oof.
I'm so glad I got a couple because I can open one and display one, which I'm.
Yeah, I ordered 2. Yeah. One to rock, one to stock.
Mm-hmm. QR codes and all that. Love the marketing. Love it.
Heck yeah.
Dude, I can't wait, bro.
We're
I
getting
can't
there.
wait. The Brick World release is gonna be crazy. Padawan, I wish you were fucking going this year.
Everyone's bodies
Next year.
better get ready, baby. We're
Dude,
about
we
to-
have like 30
year I'll be
people
there.
picking up at Brick World.
30,
How many?
30 people
Like
picking up?
like 30.
Let's go. Nice.
dude. That
So
that
figure
release
that out.
party's gonna be lit. I've got so many things I've got still to plan. We got to plan that now.
That release party is gonna be so much fun.
I'll get with the team. We're definitely doing something. We'll get like a side room or something. 30 boys, 30 beers. You know
Can
what I
we
mean?
do a
Like,
pizza party too for that?
yeah. Hell yeah.
I am
Little-
truly jealous I'm not coming, but next year it will be next year.
Padawan was upset, but then he heard about the pizza and brewskis. He's like, all right, now
What with your weak as hell beers? Yeah.
autograph.
We got all
one,
kind of beers over here.
If anybody does want it signed, it's the exact same price you paid, man. We'll be happy to do whatever you want. If you want.
Oh yeah, let's to set the record straight here, Kyle. Let me look at everybody in the camera here. We will never, ever, ever charge for a fucking signature. Ever. It's the cringiest shit ever, I feel like, especially for a YouTuber
No.
to fucking charge for a fucking signature. Like,
Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
sorry
no,
for the
I
excessive
wouldn't charge-
F bombs,
No,
but like,
I wouldn't. No, I agree. I think
just
it's
make it
super lit.
clear.
I think what happens to the athletes though, and that sort of thing is.
Well, it's one
these are
thing if you.
athletes.
It's one
Yeah,
thing. I feel like the only time like
I'm just
athletes
saying the
and
people
like
that
big
charge
actors.
is like they're hard up or like
Well, and also
or they're
too like
contracted by like I think the first one ever was probably Jordan also, because he did everything first in that realm.
Well,
I think it was Upper Deck though. Upper Deck was like flat out. It was so nasty that not only would he just sign their cards, but like he couldn't even sign like the kid, somehow saw him in an airport or whatever the hell the situation was. He couldn't even do it then. Like that's when it got real stupid and like purely about the money.
Well, that's like actors and stuff as well have the same deal.
Well, with actors though and stuff, and like I understand like when you're going to an event and like it, you have to pay. To like kind of sign up for it, because if nobody had to pay to like reserve their spot to get Hayden Christensen's signature, then the line for that would be through the like you'd be waiting in that line for like 5 hours or some shit. Like, so I get it in that aspect, but I have heard of some certain YouTubers. Don't worry, it's no Lego YouTubers. I'll just go ahead and say it. I've heard of a couple Pokemon YouTubers like charging for their autograph, and yeah, it's fucking whack. So
I paid $400 for a photo of Hayden Christensen, and it was fucking worth every penny.
Oh hell yeah! I'd pay $400 for that. Hell yeah! Did you go to Star Wars Celebration when it was over there?
Yeah, when it was in London. Man. That's where me and Boba actually met each other for the first time, and we didn't realize.
Man, that's good shit.
See, but this was. I can't think of one person alive that I would want their signature on a piece of paper. The key word's alive, though. See that? So, like, if you get something and then they're gone, then you might.
Yeah.
Like,
I had 2 Mac Miller signatures.
No, but I get it. Like, look, it's weird. It's like this is one of those things. I've been in the middle of these conversations. We're all collectors, and it's like there's people who like that's their thing, right? Is just getting autographs, and then there's some like I don't give a shit, like. Oh
yeah,
boys right there.
Oh yeah, the boys.
I had this for a second.
All 4 of them, bro. That's beautiful.
So my one thing that's amazing. The one thing that's really upset me is there's a Comic-Con going on in August, and I was only going to get a signature off Bernard Hill, who plays Theoden King, and now he's passed away. So that chance has gone forever.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. But I was like, I can't remember.
Hey Ryan, whoever you were, I just put you on a little timeout because I don't know what you're talking about. You're like spamming cuss words. So my God, we're fine with that. Just what are you trying to say? And when you're back in, you can tell us. I don't know, and I don't recognize them. So, all right.
I didn't see it.
I think it's gone. I hit timeout. I don't know. Where are my admins? No, I'm kidding.
We got a few. We got Cooper and Ostif.
Yeah, no, I know. It was just, I don't know. It's like cussing just to cuss. It's like, you gotta have a point. All right, boys, we're gonna wind down. Padawan's up super late. We all are,
we're on a stag do all weekend.
We're at a nice 2.5 hour. I think you guys did a great job of covering it. I wish I had more value, but I called it as I saw it, as a standby, which I think there's a value in that, just as a filthy cash. Real quick before we wrap up for the week, we've been getting back consistent with this, Brent. We're gonna do some weekly picks. Everybody swivels. I love it.
Everybody swivels, but I'll tell you what.
The weekly pickups, you buy both. It was like synchronized swimming. Everyone goes.
My weekly pickups have been very chill since I'm saving for.
You're saving for Brick World. I'm sure
I did get
cards. Yeah.
I'm not purchasing Pokemon cards, but it's a trading card game.
Are they not behind glass cases? Are you stealing them? Like, what's happening?
No, sometimes you just trade other cards you don't want for them.
All right.
But what I got here is not Pokemon.
Hey guys, did you know you could also trade Pokemon cards for Lego sets? They work same as cash. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I traded
hey, later, Brad. Thanks for the fun comments throughout the night, sir.
I did trade a Lego set for a Pokemon card one time. Not proud of it.
Brett's saving his money for all those Pokemon YouTuber sigs.
Wait, you a big Leonhardt guy, huh?
Damn, how'd you know? No, fuck Leonhardt. What? I'm sorry. Excuse me. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, hanger gang. What's up? Any of you guys out there? But no, I got a box from our great friends over at Brick Shell Cases, baby.
Oh,
So this is old news. But you know, I did finally get my 6-piece. So we finally got. I hope. I haven't opened it yet. I don't know I don't know if it's even gonna have like. I don't know if it's gonna be the one with like Ryan's logo and our logo on it or not. Or I don't even think it's. I don't know if it's gonna be.
It's
numbered.
ours. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if it's gonna be numbered or just be like a launch edition or what. But we'll figure out when we get into this bad boy. But I'm just glad I have one. And then there's a little GWP in here, Sean. I don't know if you got one of these.
Save it.
Don't show it.
Don't show it yet.
Okay, cool. Cool.
We'll be showing you guys something over the next few episodes.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Save it.
Save it. Also,
Sorry guys, I don't like doing that to you, but we got to save that one.
No, it's all good. And I'm sorry, but I did get a Pokemon card today. Look at this fucking thing. It's beautiful. Look at this Blastoise, bro. First of all, real quick, these are all the illustration rares of this whole line here. And first you got Squirtle. He's on the beach, right? He's on the beach having a good time. Then you get War Turtle. He's a little bit deeper in the water. You can see the sun up there a little bit. But then when you get to War Turtle, one of the toughest artworks, he's deep, baby. Deep. As the Pokemon evolves, the deeper into the ocean he goes.
Are we talking GWP levels of deep? What are we?
He's a boss, bro. Look at that guy, man.
Dude, Blastoise ain't got shit on shiny Charizard. That's all
Yo,
I'm saying
that's
right there. I mean, come on,
beautiful.
man. What are you saying there?
No, I mean, you're right. I mean, Blastoise doesn't have shit on Shiny Zard, bro. Shiny
He's just
Zard is...
like, wow, dude.
Damn, that's
I don't know what any of it means, but it looked more expensive. So,
no, yeah, that Shiny Zard's way more expensive. Now, these three respectively are
those
expensive,
from 151?
Yeah, these are all 151.
Yeah.
This is like $20 card, $20 card, $40 card.
It's so sick when they do 3 like that.
Dude, like, and I love how the artworks all go with each other. Like, he's on the beach, he's kind of deep in the water, and then he's Blastoise, and he's really deep in the water. Fire. All right, I'm done. Sorry.
Jake's got some 90s stuff, Brent, if you're interested.
Ooh.
Yeah, let me know, Jake.
All
PM
right.
me or DM me.
All right, Padawan, anything? I know you're...
So I got pretty light this week. I only just got the Jedi Temple. That's
Bark
all I got.
box?
Bark box?
Yeah, the Bark box. But because I've been spending most of my time actually just trying to build the Star Destroyer. We've got one bag left, and it's been like this for about 3 days, and I haven't actually got around to doing it.
Were you bored?
Let's see that girthy boy one more time.
Yeah, Padawan, were you bored? I mean, be honest.
Yeah, it's like the worst build I've ever done in my life.
Is it really?
It's just gray on gray on gray, plate after plate, and you're like,
it's the most Star Wars set ever. Like,
yeah.
I just it's one of those builds where like the build experience is awful, but the end product's going to be really cool to display.
Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely legendary for sure.
It's not this.
Right.
The best set I've ever built.
Dude, yeah, I've heard from so many people, like when you're building Rivendell, like almost in every bag, there's a cool, unique building technique that you're just like, I've never seen this done before. Like,
Clever Pig, are we going to get a video on it? Justified 2 years later? I think, that could be a thing. I did say that I think that set will have its day in the sun at some point. We'll see. But, yeah. I didn't think the Justifier was that bad either. I think it's just at that exact time, that was in the midst of the price hikes and everything, and everybody was just like, good God, we didn't ask for this, and it's $1 billion. No thanks. Like, that was in that summer of mistakes where they did the Black Panther, the $500 Potter Train. You know what I mean? I feel like it was I might be mistaken, but I feel like that was all around the same time where they just kind of just hit us with like expensive stuff we didn't want anyway all at once. And I was just like, oh man, like this is... I got my 2 free ATTEs in the post this week from work. What?
Nice.
Damn. Free.
I think we need more context on that.
Yeah, we're going to need some deets on that one, Austin. How do you get free AT? Where are you working? Shit. not a bad set, just overpriced. Yeah, and I think Brent and I, 90. I think I got my justifier for that. I felt great about that.
mine.
Yeah, I felt really good about it. I want to crack my gunship. Crack it open. Crack it open.
Crack it open, man.
Yeah. And by the way, I was kind of cruising on that one. I didn't want it. And I'm not going to try to do UCS completionist or anything, but if you look, you could still get that for like $4. It's not gotten outrageous yet. The UCS gunship. Yeah. So if you've like missed the boat, it's only going to go nuts from there. We
still got retail stores over here selling it.
That's what I mean. My local mom and pop had one up until like the last time I went there, but they had it forever and ever. And I was like, so yeah, I don't know. I no space, awkward shape, don't care enough. And again, if I was going to try to be a complete, but it's like, would somebody say it's like $40,000 to get all the UCS sets at this point? Something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
100%.
That's why I'm like, if I'm not doing that, I'm only going to get the ones I really like. So there you go. Okay. Cody, what do you got? Besides a stack of boxes of Boys, getting everybody all fired up.
Boys, piece of parts or whatever I need is still coming in. I'm just waiting on the basically just waiting on the printed parts to come in the mail at this point, and then I can start building those boxes. But other than that, all I got this week was the Disney Celebration train that retired last year. I got it for $23.
Nice.
So had to do it.
Man, did I get that set? Okay, yeah, I'm looking at it. Okay, cool.
Nice. You guys are watching the shorts, so yeah, I think that was it. I did get that Firehawk for $18, and it was wild because a lot of retailers, it's not new anymore, and I'm surprised they haven't adopted that more often than there is. It's probably just cost, but Best Buy, as you guys probably know, has those digital price tags. It's wild how inconsistent it is. I would think all of them would move to that, and I don't want to go into the boring details of why, but yeah, I was shocked. It was just sitting there, $18 for a $50 set, and I was like, sure, I'll take another. Like, why not?
Sean, are you buying every set that you say you're walking out the store with in those shorts? Because sometimes you're like perusing down the Lego aisle with the, yeah, I'm getting this box of Boys today, or I'm picking this up today, but we don't see proof every time. I don't.
I have a time. Yes, but I have a time. But I have a time limit sometimes that I'm trying to hit. Like, because when I first started doing them, they were like a minute something long, and I'm trying to be more succinct, succinct, which is a challenge for me in general. So, but yes, I can produce receipts if you need them.
No, I don't need them. I was wondering.
No, and by the way, and I will say, I don't know what percentage it is, but I also I have a little hand motion for when we don't cop anything. So I do show that, and I'm not a big. I think the I spent this much haul kind of videos are lame anyway. So
all I know is the head movement left and right. That's the movement that makes those shorts right there. When you start doing that, like it's
I've also gotten more intentional was the word I'm looking for. I didn't like watching the early ones because I'm just like doing this, and I'm like, that can't be a good viewing experience. So I do try to like zero in, say my thing, move to the next thing. Like, I'm still working on it. We're gonna put some wrinkles into it, but I'm glad people are rocking with them. We had our biggest one to date.
Yeah, they're getting views.
You never know which one's gonna like sort of work. But the one I think 2 or 3 ago, the one about the I don't even remember what the hell they're called. That's always the tough part. But yeah, I mean, I'm sent on so many errands to those stores that I'm like, okay. I'll make a vid. I'll shoot a vid while I'm over there. Because I live pretty close by. It is so it's funny, out of all the ones, it's the latest lockdown video. And I think that's because people like relate to that, and there's a lot of comments on it too. So I think like people like, oh, that sucks, or that's my favorites are like, that's never happening in my store, you live in the ghetto, like all these comments. And I'm like, I'm like, bro, I don't want to tell you exactly where we are, but like most people I know leave their doors open and their keys in their car. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like, you couldn't be further from correct on that. Anyway, so I was like, and then the guy that was one of them that was clowning me, he's like, I'm in South Carolina and that's never happened. And I'm like, hey, bro, you're next. Like, you know, and then people are getting political. So I guess it struck a nerve, you know, because I don't know, but I did get to fire off I watched this stuff back, and of course I'm like, you know, is this any good? Were the comments there this time? Whatever. But the debut of I Can't Raw Dog the Boys, that was debuted in that video. That just kind of came out. Yeah, I was just like, I just wish I could, but I can't. So some of them going back, I'm like, that was pretty wacky, but yeah, I'm enjoying making them. I do want to switch things up. We'll figure something out, but like right now with the bandwidth I have, those are pretty cool to knock out every once in a while. And I know for me, just a quick hit of, I try to do for the viewers what it does for me to just get that quick hit of going in and seeing some Lego, you know? And so I just try to do that in a fun way, bring it home. So,
oh yeah.
Good, because like right now I'm living vicariously through when people go to Lego store. You know, I don't have one super nearby like I used to, so it's next best thing, I guess. But yeah, I think that was. I mean, yeah, that was it. Like, period. I think I got a pair of shorts. I can go dig those out if you want, but they're not fun. But yeah, that's it.
Oh, I bought a. Oh, you know, last week I don't think I. I mean, I think I.
We're gonna get into socks now. What are we doing next?
No, I mean, like I think I did. Like, I don't think I said my May the 4th haul last week, but I was pretty clear on like what I got, like the days leading up to it. But the day of me on the Monday last week going to see Phantom Menace, there's like this little like comic book store right next to the movie theater I went to. They had like a very, very little bit of Lego, like a couple random sets. But I did catch myself buying a Funko Pop, actually.
Careful.
Well, I used to be into it.
Can't eat just one.
I got out of Funko Pops a long time ago. I still have them all.
They make Pokemon ones.
Oh, I know. Don't remind me.
Brent, they make 10-inch Pokemon ones. They make a lot of them.
Dude, I have a giant Kylo Ren one from episode 9. It's pretty cool. But no, it's a cool, like, it's one of those Darth Vader ones that has like a Mustafar kind of print design all over it. It's pretty sweet. But
sick.
It was an impulse Star Wars buy right before.
No, you were feeling it. I know. Yeah. You know, that happened to me. So my Nobes, shout out to Nobes at all times, is in the plaza of the movie theater. We went to see Phantom Menace, which you guys, you know, hopefully saw that video with Harlow.
Yeah.
Anyway, we ducked in there beforehand, and just I was in the back of my mind. I'm like, you know, it would make sense to cop a Droidica or there's an example, Cody. You know, I could have went like Droidica for the movie.
Yeah,
but no,
Peter Griffin laugh.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean it's anyway. So I was like hoping that, but I was just like, man. This was after this was after 2 hauls, by the way. You know, like I did 2 different hauls for May the 4th. And so I wasn't going to be able to stomach going FPJ, no G-dub, you know? And so I was like, it would have been cool for the Colts to grab that or the pod race. But like, if I was going to grab one of the 2, obviously it would have been the Droidica. They're both going to come down, but that pod race I think it's going to super crash.
I'm not paying any more than 60 for it.
It'd be sick to have a few Droidicas together
max,
too.
Brent. I don't know if it'll get less than that, Brent, but that's my absolute max on that set is 60, just because I have all the other ones. But
I'm gonna try to get it for 40.
I'm starting to really resent these no fig having ass dioramas. Like, you couldn't throw me a Bulby just on the side. Seriously, come on, man.
Dude, it would have been so sick to get a Sebulba and like give us an Anakin with like his face a little more dirty or something, you know?
Anything, dude. The wizard kid, you know, like anybody. Like,
that was so wizard, Annie.
Yeah, just like anything, you know. It's like, so it's almost like a protest, but I hate that it's like I eventually walk the plank and will buy this thing, but Anyway,
Not for FPG.
that's what I was hoping though. But Brent, I did have that little itch. I'm like, it'd be cool to have a little Phantom set during the Phantom movie. But that was before I learned that I wasn't going to be able to get the popcorn bucket situation, because I was also like, oh, and that's right, I'm about to drop. Which, by the way, collector's cups or not, I haven't been to the movies a whole lot because my kids are just now old enough to where I feel like they can make it through it, bro. So I think I said on the show that our ticks were like 16, I think, or no, it was definitely sub 20 out the door for the two of us on release night during a night movie. Yeah. So that was awesome. High-end theater. It's got the damn reclining seats. I don't know if that's the price there all the time or not.
No, it's because they usually, the re-releases of an older film are usually cheaper always.
But even for Star Wars, well, whatever. Anyway, so, but long story short, what I'm getting at is at least a 45 piece on like, and we didn't even go nuts. I want to say, 2 drinks, shared popcorn, a candy for each of us, maybe, whatever kind of thing. It was like 40 or right at 40. I was like, and I always knew it was high or whatever. But I was like, damn, that deal on the ticks turned into this real quick. So shout out to the theaters for still getting it done. I respect the hustle.
You got the collector's cups and the buckets. We didn't even get that over here, which was
but I went to a Regal and apparently it was a Cinemark exclusive or something.
Yeah, see, and the weirdest thing is Padawan
is a type of cinema.
Well, the most mainstream like cinema chain over here is definitely AMC, and it was, and the popcorn bucket was Cinemark only, which is really fucking weird because like everybody goes to AMC. There are more AMCs available. You take a random city like Columbus, Ohio, like, it's probably got, 6 AMCs and like 1, maybe 2 Cinemarks. So it's really weird that Cinemark got the buckets. Like, it's fucking weird. Because typically, hell, for episode 9, AMC had a fucking bucket. But, yeah, whatever. Yeah. I fucking throw trash in my episode 9 popcorn bucket now. No, I'm kidding. I don't, but I should.
Yes, you should.
So, all right. Now we're at this dilemma. We're at the 257. I mean, do we pull the 3-piece? We have to, right?
So, yeah, you got to pull the 3-piece.
So another so I already
talked. Getting up in 2 hours.
I already talked about the possibility of a bag end or some kind of Bilbo's house type of deal, but I think the fact that and I mean it was touched on last year. At least the gift with purchase this year for Barad-dûr is not like fucking just a brickhead we can buy. But the fact that there is brickheads, it's like a lot of people are like, man, give us like a $50 Lord of the Rings set, and it's like, well, they did give us brickheads, but it's like that's like the extreme opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah,
with like, okay, here's a brickhead or a $500 set. It's like, oh man, like it's funny. It's almost a slap in the face. It's like, oh, you want a cheaper Lord of the Rings set? Yeah, we'll give you a cheaper Lord of the Rings set. Some brickheads.
Barad-dûr's still gonna beat out Sail Barge this year, so.
Oh yeah.
Those Sail Barge figs better be really good, is all I'm saying.
Sean looks like.
Sail Barge, best set of our lives. The song.
Could you imagine if they do Sail Barge and not include Jabba?
The figs in the interior have to completely kill for it to be up there, man.
I told you, Sean, it's going to be brick built sails. I'm telling you, it's going to be brick built sails.
Oh man,
we'll see, guys. I'm telling you, best set of our lives. I hope there's a major upset. We know what we're getting. It's going to be great. They just better execute. It all comes down to execution. I think it could be.
I just hope it's big enough. I want it to be fucking massive.
Yeah.
I want it to be like, I don't know what to expect. Like, I don't know.
Would you be happy with like not as wide as the Razor Crest, but that general kind of presence?
Yeah. Definitely. That's what I hope.
Dude, there's no way on earth. People are still riding with this notion that they're going to make a Sail Barge and not include Jabba, and I'm like, that's top 5 funniest things I've heard this year. Like, there's no chance. In fact, I kind of want it to happen because the chaos would be like, because I got jobs, so we're good. But Dude, could you
all I want
imagine the
is-
chaos though? Like,
Yeah.
I think that pairing it with the skiff and the pit that's going to come out, I think that's what's really going to make it. Spending that extra 80 or 90 or whatever it is to have the supplementary next to it.
yeah. Yep. No, I agree.
As long as I get to see Jabba, Slave Leia, Max Rebo, I'm happy. That's all I care about, really, figs wise.
Man, you guys got me in the mood. So look, as we're at 2:59 and 43 seconds, we're gonna play a little Barge Boys on the way out. And it's been a show. Thank you guys for your expertise walking me through. I mean this. I'm more fired up to. I know I still owe Brent a Harry Potter watch, but I am.
No, you can put that on hold.
I'm more drawn to the Lord of the Rings, especially with everything going on. I know I liked it. I just don't remember.
Put your focus on
so
LOTR.
weird. You know what it was? I think I was having like 97 beers a night at that age, so that's probably what was happening.
Yeah.
Get deep into the extended editions.
No, I
Even
will.
watch
And I'm gonna make myself spend another G across 2 sets. So thank you, boys, for doing that. And we'll do a little Barge Boys. Don't forget Barge Boys. All this talk about all these other sets, we gotta always remember Barge Boys, best set of our lives.
Jabba's got himself a sail barge filled with figs and laying looking hot with a sexy dig. We all need Gertie said to get us hype, barge boys get us right. I used a board and didn't have a barge, but now I got one with a Jabba that's large. You take that mother effer and you saw a lack pit. Now take a look at the loader I get. Barge boys, no other since matter. Show me any set and bet. Barge boys is better. Barge boys all day, all night. Barge boys best setup of our lives. Yeah, all sets matter. Show me any set and bet. Barge boys is better. Barge boys all day, all night. Barge boys best set of our lives. I won't fuck, yeah. Barge boys, no other sets matter. Show me any set.
That wasn't my smoothest mix, but there we go. I was like, will that just override that? But no, it does not. There you go. Guys, what a ride. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the tour through Middle Earth. Is that what we call it?
There you go. Yeah, good job, Sean.
Hey, no, it was a lot of fun getting to sit back and be educated on stuff. And definitely the context will all be there when I rewatch this after I've watched the movies themselves. So real quick, I want to shout out, of course, Spud Lake for coming on board. Thank you, sir, for all the work you're doing. Also behind the scenes on the Box of Boys. Really exciting stuff. Shout out to Padawan HQ for literally wearing his Padawan robe live with us, coming out of bed, sacrificing sleep to hang with the boys. And of course, to the legendary, the one and only, my tag team partner, Brent from Brent's Bricks, who is the Lord of the Boys. I didn't even catch that. That's a great deal. I'm, of course, Sean the Right Way. Thank you for rocking with us. And we do have one quick announcement before we go, and we'll leave you with this, guys.
Ooh, snap.
We'll see you right here next week. Peace.
Later. Box of Boys.
Back to better than March.
Beat.
Best set of our lives.